What's up, everybody? This is Smarty, and this is Jedi Session. I forgot the number, but anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Um, Tonight, we want to focus on the problems of the world. Um, I understand we all have problems in our family, friends, and whatnot, but we have to focus on the big picture because the cabal, the dark forces, they've already created this mess. Okay, so we have to work to dismantle it. That's what we do here in the Jedi Sessions, okay? Everybody that's been following us for a while already know this. So we're just going to hit them as hard as we can tonight and then throughout the weekend. That being said, let's get straight to work. If you guys, it doesn't look like any, well, I do see new people, new names, but we're just going to get to work. That being said, I'm going to start off first, okay? My first command is to reinforce the GCR, Nasara, Jasara, global currency reset, the cancelization, if that's how you pronounce that shit, anyway, of the fiat currency, okay, worldwide, and I mean fiat currency, fake currency, whether it's the Federal Reserve dollar, which we all know is fake, to the Bitcoin, which we all know is also fake. Fiat currency across the board. I want it gone. Tag.
Tag.
Done.
Okay, who's next?
Trent, so being able to see past old stories into who the person is currently and being able to work with people on who they are now instead of what their stories are in the past.
Okay, that's cool and everything, but that we need to focus on the big problems.
Okay.
And the big problems is them stopping us from doing certain things.
Okay.
But what we'll do is we'll reinforce everyone's source directors, which will cover that too. Tag.
Done.
All right, what else? Let's go.
I would like to tag and bag any and all abortion clinics, any and all abortion laws, any and all programs that have been designed to take down children and to tear apart families, and protecting all families as well and protecting all children. Reinforce it. Done.
Good stuff. Also return all the children to where they're where they're supposed to be or where source wants them to be. Done.
Yes.
Done.
All right, go ahead.
I see the media. I see the media as being one of the biggest problems we have at the moment. I'd love to tag all them and get rid of them.
Done. Let's go ahead and also add the truth serum to all media platforms, even the so-called alternative media. Done.
Done.
All right, go ahead. What's next?
Can I go? Is that okay? As a school teacher, I would like.
Go ahead.
Okay. As a school teacher, I would like to bag and get rid of the indoctrination of our children in the school system. It is extremely hard trying to get the truth out, and just need to get rid of that.
Okay. Again, all of us know what the problems is. Just focus on the solution. Done.
Done.
We don't need a dragged out story. Just get straight to the point. Let's go. What's next?
I'd like to TNB the skies over Nevada. I had read
trouble.
that.
You hear me? They in trouble. Let's go.
Skies that they keep, I don't know, cloaking everything so you can't see the ships. So TNB all the crap that they're putting up there so that we can't see your ships. Tag.
That's going to happen anyway, but we have to focus on the surface. Don't worry about that part. There's a lot of people still suffering. Go ahead.
let's reinforce integrity, empathy, and truth serum for all the hospitals and everyone working at them.
Done.
Done.
Let's reinforce close connection for all across the board.
Utilize all harmful drugs.
Done.
The mandate from the vaccines. The vaccines.
Yeah, Kent. You said cancelization of what?
All
the mandates of vaccines.
Drugs.
We are being obligated to take the vaccines here. It's awful. Done.
It's all going to be neutralized anyway. Don't worry about it. Done.
Work
Done.
Done.
Thank you.
Pedophilia.
Tag and bag all our elders to remain calm and feel full of love to handle all the information that's going to come. No stress.
Calmness. Done.
Done.
Also, heavy love and light blankets for those that will get the information of their children that have been victims to the draconian reptilian system.
Done.
Done.
What's next? And tagging on to what you just said, Smarty, also heavy love and blankets to all the people who are waking up and learning of all the terrible things that have happened to children being here in Canada.
Across the board.
Worldwide.
Yes, worldwide. Yes.
Reinforce the end of all lockdowns and mask mandates. Done.
Can we also add to that, tag the no PCR testing?
Yeah.
Done.
Come on. Can we reinforce all the particles that have been released either through the air, the water, or anywhere just dissolved?
Tag. Done.
Reinforce consciousness and courage for people to remove masks, even regardless of the mandates. Consciousness and courage.
There you go.
Done. Okay, let's reinforce the ending of all mortgages and debt.
Done.
Man, what else? Because we got a lot of shit to do. Come on, let's go.
I'd like to reinforce the end of the school system's push for critical race theory and transgender agendas for the children.
Done.
Extended across all media platforms and education. Just all media platforms.
Done.
I'd like to tag all water shortages and have free, fresh, abundant water for all.
Reinforce
Reinforce free energy. Done.
Oh yes, done.
Tag and bag to reinforce all of those who are not supposed to be working in their professions, that they find their source directives and follow them and have that faith, reinforcing that boldness.
Done.
Everyone in the flooded areas.
Say that again.
Say again, Bob.
Reinforce the safety of everyone in the flooded areas downstream of the Three Gorges dams all around Central New South Wales.
Also reinforce the earth sucking in all the water as fast as possible.
Done.
Yes. Done.
Okay.
Reinforce the release of.
Go ahead, release of what? Say it.
Release of all the technologies that have been held back for humanity.
Done.
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 I want to reinforce exposing all the cabal, all of their minions, groups, in all dimensions, time, space, and we're going to reinforce confiscating their funds to the penny.
Yes.
Done.
Can we tag Victoria that are affecting all the people, that are locking them up, abusing them, just for being in the street?
Done.
Done.
Can we directed toward all the doctors and even the nurses that participate and what they're doing to people and how they're leading them like sheep?
Done.
Source directed.
Done.
I have
Tag and
TNB.
the protection of those
Done.
in the military.
Don't stop the light in the military. Done.
Yeah.
Done.
Not everybody's getting protection. Trust me.
Done.
Thank you.
Still, yeah.
Can we tag all the dentists that are still doing fluoride treatments on kids and people?
Done.
Done.
Big money.
Reinforce protection for all minority races that are being subjected to discrimination in different countries. Done.
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 Can we reinforce?
Yep. That's actually the problem. What's the solution?
Unity. Love.
Unity.
And
love.
Unity. Protection. Love.
I would like to
Love for our neighbors.
I would like to tag and bag complete disclosure of all paper terrorism, barbarism, or pietry on the planet.
Done. Can we reinforce?
I'd like to tag and I'd like.
Go ahead.
I'd like to tag all those whose mental health is low at the moment, and their morale, those whose morale is low, and send them love and light blankets, and also to strengthen their connection to source, please.
Done.
We pretty much already did all of that. So all we have to add is clear minds across the board.
Done.
Your mind.
Pay attention on what's being said, because we got some of you guys are repeating yourselves. Go ahead. What's next?
Can we reinforce the removal of the propaganda programming on televisions in regards to getting the COVID jab?
Done.
I'd like to TNB.
I'd like to end Admiralty law, amend in Admiralty law, and bring in common law.
Done.
Reinforce that all hidden agendas, big or small, come to the light.
Done.
Come on. TNB, any company that is putting out there, shutting down all the companies that are putting out their perverted toys for our children, shut them down. Done.
I'd like to reinforce the access and release to the crystal chambers to end the deceit of all these viruses and fear mongering.
Yeah.
Done.
I would like to tag and bag the dismantling of the CDC, the WHO, and all these three-letter companies who have been trying to disillusion the people, and also reinforce full disclosure of their dark agendas and shutting them down.
Thank you.
Done. Want to reinforce the family bond, peace, love, compassion amongst everyone. Done.
I'd like to report ending everything that's against free will.
Done.
Can I reinforce be bold? Done.
Reinforce healing for all who are in the hospital for Smarty Speed recovery.
Done.
I'd like to reinforce the getting everybody to stop complaining and asking why. So tag and done.
Us all brainwashing through the media, the news, the television, and reinforce the truth serum across the board.
Done.
Reinforce the release of all the funds that the unemployment offices in this country and other countries are holding and not releasing. Release them all.
Done. Let's also reinforce the wealth transfer, the source wealth transfer. Done.
Yes.
I'd like to tag all the people that are awake that I'm hearing from that are losing faith.
Let's restore faith across the board. Done.
Reinforce our abilities. Done.
And let's reinforce trust in other people. Because let's reinforce trust in other people.
Let's reinforce the removal of fear, sadness, pain, and replace it with love, joy, happiness, and health.
Done.
Reinforce all our needs are met. Done.
Again.
Done.
Transmute all 5G and harmful signals being emitted from towers and anywhere from vaccines or anything to love and light
and health.
That's already done, so we're going to reinforce it. Done.
Done.
Can we reinforce all Smarty's previous commands? Ever done.
Can we reinforce?
Not only mine, but reinforce all of yours as well. Done.
Full disclosure without people breaking down from it.
Done. Reinforce our personal briefings with our off-planet brethren.
Done.
Yeah, done.
Let's reinforce and tag all military bases, especially the worldwide, and especially the secret ones that they true serum.
Be careful. Oh, I was about to say, be careful what you're saying because you're talking about reinforcing them. So
okay, just tag them down.
Okay, right. We'll reinforce truth serum for all military bases across the world.
Yeah.
Done.
Raising the consciousness of all Earth.
Done.
Let's wrap up all the parents and the children that are separated and they can't help it for whatever situation. Whatever it is, the separation, wrap them up in love and lap blankets, the parents and the children that can't be together right now.
Done.
Transmute all addictions to consciousness.
Done. What do you guys want to see the most? Where are they? How are they attacking us? How are they able to continue this? That's what we need to address, those things.
Okay. Okay. Reinforce the end of all deep state. Done.
Sorry, Tracy, go.
Oh, sorry, KBD. I just said reinforce the removal of all deep state in everything that they do.
Done.
And I reinforce force field and protection for everybody who works in the nighttime when they're sleeping. All like that inner reinforcement for protection on that world.
Done. Eliminated and confused and cannot use them.
Done.
Reinforcement for
you're on my crew. You don't need reinforcement of protection. Trust me.
Right. Let's reinforce the removal of all dark entities and the influence that it's had on people's brains, even if they're not there anymore. Done.
Can you reinforce the removal of all dark entities that are attached to people?
Again, Chris. We had two people at the same time. Go ahead, do that again, Chris, and then Lee.
Sorry. Reinforce that when the masks come off, the kids feel joy again because they're going to see everybody's faces. I'm worried it'll be a bit too much for them.
Done.
Well, they'll be fine.
Done.
Can we reinforce the removal of all dark attachments to the people that are lowering their energy?
Not only attachments, but implants from all dimensions, time, space, and parallel universes, whatever. Done.
Taking back to remove and transmute any and all toxins from anybody who has ever in all of history ever received a vaccination of any kind, transmuting any and all of those toxins and reversing all damages with love and light energy.
Done.
Tag and bag ending all the ways that the dark forces spy on us through our computers, through nanotechnology, through every way, and ceasing that invasiveness.
Devices.
Done.
Reinforce.
Done.
Go ahead. Who's that?
Reinforce the removal of all phobias and the spirits that are associated with them. Done.
Done. Reinforce confidence.
Done.
Also reinforce all of your sensors. Your sensors.
Nice. Yeah.
Done. We tag all the evil music and movies that the children are watching. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Done.
Done.
It's a big done.
The bankers and anyone with involved in SFS to comply.
Done.
Reinforce besides the vaccines that all bacteria and toxins be removed from people and everybody's rehydrated at the proper levels.
Yes.
Done.
Come on, school healing. Come on.
Done.
End of all the people that are playing a part of someone else's life, that is the cabal, that they're exposed and everyone knows it.
Done.
Reinforce removing all the symbols, the cabal symbols everywhere.
Can we reinforce the end of their segregation between the vaccinated and the unvaccinated everywhere?
Done.
Remove segregation at all.
Across the board. Done.
Let's reinforce love and life blankets to anybody who's taking care of an elderly relative for both the caregiver and the loved one.
Done.
Removing their gender bending agenda.
Done.
Reinforce all borders. Done.
Done.
Let's reinforce the truth coming out. Mothers of babies that have been separated as soon as they're born by the bloody nurses and doctors because they're saying of COVID.
Done.
The end of censorship.
Yeah, like Salim said, we're going to reinforce the truth coming out, full disclosure, and ending of censorship. Done.
TNB discernment to the people that they will know with all this disinformation coming out, that they will know truth from falsehood. Tag.
Can we not know or believe in Daddy?
Done.
We lift the blood.
Done.
You know, he's talking to people. He's talking to people more and more these days. They're just not paying attention. Although they're finding out that he is real because he's talking to them. But what's happening is they're second guessing and they're doubting. So it's happening. Done. All right, go ahead.
Done. The EBS.
Done.
Reinforce the EBS for the transition. Done.
Let's reinforce the celestial ceremony. Done.
Reinforce Destin for Smarty.
Done.
Any dark portals from any reality, timeline, or dimension, or attacks, any attackers, any weapons from any reality to be lit up in a triple orange beacon and sent directly to Smarty's crew now.
Done.
Tag the G7 summit.
Raise up the love frequency. Raise up the love frequency.
For everyone we shut down, the board will open.
Nice.
$1 million today.
Done.
Tag the G7 summit for something massive to happen that will wake people up.
Yeah, they all
Done.
get
I'd like to reinforce the removal of any malevolence, any counterfeit source, counterfeit archangels, any malevolence acting as a benevolent. Remove them, expose them, and have source handle them, as well as heal anyone that's been affected and increase their discernment.
Done.
Done.
Tag the double standards around vaccines. Football teams don't have to, and government officials don't have to, and double standards. Done.
I got a good one. I've already commanded this and reinforced it a bunch of times, but I like to redo it so that more of you that are aware of what's happening can actually see it more now, which is those that are deceiving and lying, stutter and cough. Tag and done.
Done. I need to choke.
Hey, what's next?
Can we make them all sound Biden?
Oh, Biden's been gone. Don't even worry about that. Just let that play out. Hey, what's next?
Yeah.
Let's reinforce the end of all political crap, like all politicians and all that structure to just completely crumble. God.
Yeah. We're here having fun, and we're not worried about none of them. So that's how it's going to be. They're literally going to fade away.
Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you.
All right, what's next? Let's go.
Thank you, Daddy.
Thank you, Daddy.
I'd like to reinforce the Big Agra's control over our food supply and support local farmers to be able to provide us with nutritious, healthy food.
Neutralize it all.
Neutralize all those GMOs.
I like that. And we're going to do that, reinforce that. And we're also going to reinforce the farmers having plenty of resources so that they can give away their produce.
That's a big done.
Yes, please.
Oh, that shit gave me the chills.
Good one.
Cut down all of the restaurants and large box food stores with toxins and nasty stuff in the meat.
Done.
Tag, done.
Return
I would like to tag and bag the removal of all quote unquote virtue signaling, those people that like to sit there and judge others because they aren't masked or whatever. Hit them with truth serum and red pills that they are actually trying to oppress each other as a people instead of freeing anybody up. So tag.
Done.
Can
I report?
Yep. Let's get people that lost their small businesses, that all small businesses will come back in abundance times a million. Done.
Times a million.
Can I reinforce freedom for all?
Replace the heaviness with humor.
Done.
Reinforce breaking up the mega farms.
Megaphones? Go ahead, say that. What?
Mega farms that are mistreating animals so that they can be in smaller farms and be well looked after.
Done. And also let's begin the process of dismantling them because we won't be needing them anymore.
Done. Can I reinforce?
When I picked Genesis up from the airport and she got in the car and we was on the way home, she yelled out real loud, "Freedom!"
Nice.
She knows what's going on. She ain't dumb. All right, go ahead. My bad.
Can we reinforce the animals being put back where they belong?
Done.
Can we reinforce those? Sorry, go ahead.
The tag and reinforce, tag all the animal, the pet food production, get rid of it so it's all good, clean food, and make sure that the pets also have good, natural, clean food.
Done.
Can we reinforce those that have the Smarty products that aren't real believers that they will see healing? Is that a right way to
Without a
say
doubt.
That's going to happen anyway because Daddy's involved.
Right.
Done.
Okay.
Done. Daddy.
Done. Non-believers.
Reinforce parental authority brought back in the home.
Done.
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 Everyone with blockages to receive love and light.
Done.
Can we reinforce the end of victim mentality?
Done.
Yeah.
Reinforce people allowing the process and not being so pissed off about I'm waiting. Reinforce it. Done.
Done.
Can we reinforce the end?
Go ahead, Tracy. Go
Sorry.
ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I was just going to say, sorry, King. Just wanted to reinforce the end of violence. Done.
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 What do you guys want to see? What do you guys want to see? Go ahead.
I want to see all pedophiles exposed.
You want to see what?
Done.
Pedophiles.
All pedophiles exposed.
All the ruling pedophiles exposed and put away.
Yeah, that's already happening, and all of them will receive life or death. Period. Done.
I want to see really relationships with children that left parents and estranged from their parents because they chose that way. I want to see those children coming back. Done.
Done.
Peace and harmony.
Let's see quality housing for everyone.
Done.
No more jealousy.
Done. We reinforce joy in people's heart. Yes.
Done.
No more bills.
The homeless.
No more racism. No more racism or colour or any of that rubbish.
Done.
Rubbish. Done.
Freedom for all. We argue like we're nothing.
I would like to tag and bag the realization of people and their directives under source, those that feel lost and like, I don't know what to do with my life. And they've hit like a bump after they've completed things, that we restore and they wake themselves up to their source directives and their passion.
Yes, that they have a sense
crystalline
of
chambers.
Right.
Yes. Healing people, actively healing people in the crystalline chambers.
Done. Yeah, I want to
Let's reinforce rest to whoever needs it. That's not really resting right now, but whoever needs to rest, that they rest.
Done.
For
healing others, not service self.
Done.
I'd like to
reinforce the end of religion and churches, and for people to realize they can communicate and talk to Daddy directly.
Done.
See and be those parents that exploit their children and live vicariously through them. Done.
I want to see all people who have mechanical things like hearing aids and walkers and sticks and all that, except for the wake the fuck up stick. I want to see all those other ones gone. They don't need them.
That stick.
It's all we need.
Done.
I want everyone to, when they look around from their front door and they wake up in the morning, they just look out at life and see the love, see the happiness, see the beauty, see it and feel it every moment when they wake, from the minute they wake up.
Gratitude across the board.
I want to see all you guys. I want to see all you guys do your best for humanity.
Yes.
Done.
Thank you.
I'd like to
tag and bag that all
humanitarians.
Salud.
Yeah.
Salud.
Salud. I'd like to tag families that favoritism with children goes.
Done.
I'd like to see less people with their head in their phones and having real connection with those around them. Done.
I want to reinforce community amongst all of us and a sense of community and love amongst all of us.
Done.
I'd like to
reinforce all humanitarians get their humanitarian projects off the ground successfully.
I'd like to tag that all these religious people that are waiting for Jesus to come back, that they wake the hell up and realise he's here.
Done.
I'd like to reinforce that not one person has to worry about money. Everyone has absolutely everything they need and more, so they can concentrate on service.
All right.
Done. I'd like everybody to have a garden in the new world. A nice garden for everybody.
Say again.
Done. I'd like to reinforce perfect health for everyone and a beautiful architecture everywhere.
Done.
What was that, Katya? And greed across the board.
Done.
Did you say greed or
Greed? Greed.
Done.
Agreed.
Wayne has her hot water.
I want to reinforce the education system that teaches truth and that inspires creativity.
On the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'd like to see people go back to nature again. Nature. Just go out, grounding, and enjoy nature as opposed to
it's close.
Done.
I'd like to see nature healthy again. Healthy trees, beautiful plants, and flowers everywhere.
Done.
I want to reinforce ending the weather manipulations.
Yes.
Done.
Yes, done.
I'd
Can we
like to
reinforce the
see
golden age?
reinforce the sparkle in people's eyes when they realize that miracles and wonders do exist every moment.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a childlike trust in source to everybody, whether they're 2 months old or 100 years old. Done.
I'd like to reinforce courage for people to follow their passion. Done.
I'd like to see the love in. Go ahead, Pamela.
I'd like to reinforce for people not to keep having children just to raise themselves and raise the parents.
Right.
I like to see them train their children, because their children are not cattle, so they're not going to raise them.
Yes.
Yes.
Raise chickens.
I'd like to see the love and the innocence beam out of all of the children across the board.
Yes.
Everyone across the board.
Yes.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Worldwide. Children learn how to use their emotions and sensitivity as well as learn the education. Put an emphasis on that also.
Yes.
I'd like to see our children become the most benevolent super force there is. Period.
Yes.
Angels.
No matter what.
I'd like to reinforce modesty, that we would come back and have respect between the sexes. No competition, but the respect that was there eons ago. Done.
I'd like to see plenty across the board. Done.
See what?
See what?
Say again.
Hi, Eddie.
We didn't hear you.
What did you say, Marty?
We didn't hear you, Marty.
I said I'd like to see plenty across the board. My bad.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to reinforce that when anybody, the Jedis go out and you're in relationship with people, you come in contact with people in the grocery store, your family, everybody, through osmosis, those people are getting it. They are just getting it. They come into a knowing, because we have a knowing, and that's what we can give these people. And just know that your presence is spreading it all. That's what. Right. And when you look in their eyes, just know you've given it.
Return Earth to source intended creation. So harmony across the board and all good stuff.
Done.
I'd like to see people flow in their creativity, their source-given creativity more. Yeah. So reinforce creativity for all beings.
Done. We're going to reinforce to to piggyback on what Katty, how you say your name? Katya. Okay, to reinforce to piggyback on what she said, I'd like to reinforce all things natural and organic that our Father, Source, Creator created. Done.
Done. If I may piggyback a little bit on that somewhat, I'd like to reinforce that when male and female couples look at each other, they're not comparing themselves or each other to the Hollywood twisted version of what a male or female should be.
Yes.
I'd like to reinforce the complete end of Big Pharma, because that would make our society perfect if we didn't have poisons everywhere. And FDA, the end of the FDA. Done.
End of all big corrupt or end of all corrupt institutions across the board.
Done.
I'd like awareness with people. I'd like eye contact with people so that they're actually looking at people and engaging again.
Robots. I would like to reinforce physical body levitation.
Oh, hell no.
Somebody goodness I need to share that one now.
It's a little late for
I'd like to experience.
What?
I'd like to experience it.
I'd like to reinforce Connie cleaning her house before she comes on the Jedi
Done.
Mowing the lawn.
Did you hear? Did you guys hear what I was saying? That reinforce physical body levitation. Flying.
Yeah. For those that are allowed to.
Okay. Done.
Reinforce true love.
Yes.
I'd like to experiencing going through walls without hurting my head. I want to do
that. Reinforce a full night's sleep.
Yes, reinforce. I like to see you guys realize your abilities. Done.
Done.
Yes.
Done. Or reinforce the golden age. Done.
I'd like to reinforce kindness.
Done. Hey, Andy, what was that?
I'd like to reinforce a more compassionate bond with all animals across the world, between animals and humans.
Let's do that. Let's do that for everyone. Compassion and kindness across the board.
Yes.
Every being.
Done.
I want to reinforce bonding amongst us all Jedis, that we work together and help each other, not be scared to reach out and to know that there's no shame in asking for help. I've been meeting all of you. You guys are beautiful. So reinforce bonding amongst us and working together.
Done.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Yes. Very nice.
I ask my crew and Daddy for help all the time, or when I need to. I ask Kent, Kim, Stephanus, Dom. It don't matter, whoever. I know who's skilled in what. Okay, so I'll ask for help. So you guys should be able to do it too. There's no shame in the game. Okay. Go ahead. Let's go.
Thank you.
Okay. Reinforce clear direction on your goals.
Done.
Marty, I got an issue. Of all the children that have been rescued, what families are going to give them a loving home and environment for all these rescued children from around the world?
You.
And if there's an adoption process, make sure it goes through very easily.
We'll reinforce that, but I do have some intel on that, or some information, whatever you want to call it. A lot of those children will go back to their family, and it'll be like it never happened because of the chambers. So we need. We want the release of my equipment, because that begins the process to literally restore this entire realm.
Thank you.
Done.
It's going to be. It's already wild. Look at the stuff you guys are doing that you didn't think you were able to do months ago.
Miracles and wonders.
Exactly. Miracles and wonders.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes.
Okay, can we reinforce? Go. Sorry.
Let's reinforce that people that need healing find their way to one of us or to one of the healers.
Yeah.
Done.
All we really have to do is find their way to source directives, because that's where we're all at.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Done.
Can we reinforce shelter and food for the homeless and provisions that are needed for elderly that are living alone and struggling? Some people without even power and stuff, just their needs are filled.
Done.
Sanjay be coming to Sedona this weekend.
Hold on, what was that?
Say again.
I didn't hear
Will
that.
he be coming to a ceremony this weekend? Will he see Raluca? Will it be awkward?
I want to know what you want to see, not what you're thinking about. Okay.
I want to see more generosity with people, among people, whether it's with a stranger or with generosity multiplied.
Done.
Green, yellow, or purple.
Done. I want to see more presidents
I want to see more celestial ceremonies for Sue. Done.
All the people that want suicide, can we tag them that they'll find hope?
That's happening. But I wouldn't worry about that, because certain people are meant to do certain things, and we're all learning from it. So don't worry about that. But I wanna reinforce all of us getting the homes that Daddy has chosen for us. Done.
Thank
you. Really sad.
I get so overwhelmed with the goodness.
The right man.
I would like to request that the true nature of the person is always easily visible, or any being is always easily visible on the outside, so the outside matches the inside.
Done.
Shines through.
I would like to tag back. What did you say, Smarty?
Oh, he said something. I didn't hear. He said something.
I said that's gonna be hard as shit, because I'll be like this.
We need a picture above your head so we can see.
Yeah, that's fine.
But then you laugh and it's all crumbled away.
Yeah, no, but we can. I mean, you can't change this person's appearance, but you can. Let's reinforce their energy, their goodness, so that it's noticeable like that. And the dark ones reinforce that negativity, so it's noticeable like that.
Reinforce discernment times a trillion, because discernment is the key.
Yes, Rob.
We're all pretty intelligent around here. We can see who's real and who's not. We're just going to reinforce our own intelligence and knowing, because we have
Done. Keep doing that. I'll be as smart as you.
I would like to tag in back the dismantling of all these fake gurus, all these people who are self-proclaimed healers and whatnot, that exposing those who proclaim themselves to be the fraudulent ones. Exposing them for who they really are, and hitting them with heavy love and light, that they either turn to source or they are eliminated.
Done. I know the smother in the coffin.
And also, to piggyback off of Elena, reinforce healing for those people that have followed these false healing.
Done. Reinforce. Yep.
Reinforce eliminating loneliness across the board.
Yes.
Done.
Reinforcing no more people taking advantage of others, whether it be abuse, narcissists, or anything like that.
Anything.
Done.
No more abuse worldwide. Done.
I'd like to reinforce. I'd like to reinforce clear communication with Daddy.
Done.
Done.
The only ones that are going to get abused is the fucking cabal, okay? Because I'm going to abuse their ass. I'm so sick right now because that's literally what I'm doing already. Just abusing the shit out of them and taunting them.
Send them to Pebble Valley.
Love you for it.
And how about we reinforce that the people get to see them suffer, like they made us suffer.
Well, look, just so y'all know, they put a hit out on me the other day.
Oh, the fools! The fools!
They're stupid.
You're still
They got no money.
Show them, Smarty. Show them.
You do hit them back yet, Smarty?
Yeah, that's why I said I'm
Zap them. Show them who's boss.
Reinforce all the darkness.
Yeah, that just goes to show you that they don't realize what they're dealing with yet. They're just like,
whoops,
stupid.
That's too funny. Too funny.
They got no money, and they're cashing out their trust accounts.
Reinforce all the dark ones showing themselves out really, really fast so we can clean them up.
Done.
You'll poo their pants. Done.
Well, just so you guys know, we already know who they all are because they all already have a specific energy field. They all already pinpointed. What's happening is our creator, Daddy, Source, God, whatever y'all call it, he's giving them chances. When you're warned over and over and over again, it's over. That evaporation is for real, and it happens nonstop. And people in the intel community, the real high ups, they know it's true. They know it's true. No matter what group out there, if they were really, if they were really capable of taking me out, I'm in the open right now. Where's all the PT crafts at, huh?
Exactly.
Bring them on. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway. So what's happening is that they already identified, they're giving chances, and every day they're being taken out. So all I want to know is what we've been doing. What do you guys want to see? Because it's time. What do you guys want to see?
I want to see myself thin and beautiful, strong, healthy, happy, with the most magnificent man in a beautiful home filled with light and music.
Yes.
Convening with our families, traveling,
with
helping
the pool.
many.
With a big pool.
Done.
Doing seminars, workshops.
I want to be in depth.
I want the proper armor and shield.
Sex.
Proper armor and shield for the spiritual war.
Yeah, that's how I see all you guys anyway. So it's done. Consider it done.
Salud. I'll take that too.
Cheers.
I want to see a world where everyone is comfortable in their skin.
Right.
Done.
Kent, where you at? Kent, Kim, where you guys at? Go ahead. I gotta go into a meeting. Just continue.
Yeah, I'm right here. Gotcha.
All right, go ahead. Handle business. Everybody work. Let's go. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I want to see the Crystal Palace.
Okay.
Done.
Let's keep tagging and bagging, get some more work done. Let's tag Earth to make it the most beautifulest place in all of the universe.
Done. I want to see a place where children can just go outside and play and enjoy nature again and love animals and plants and see the world instead of being in four walls.
No fears.
Done.
Yeah.
Done.
Out of the house.
I'd like
to
reinforce prosperity for everyone.
Yes.
Done.
Guys, I've got to go back to work.
Healthy.
Done.
Bye.
Done.
Guys, I've got to go back to work, but can I please reinforce all previous commands and all future commands in this call? Done.
Done.
Thank you, Tracy.
I'd like to have it to where the place you go to a desert or a forest, it has everything it needs to be perfect.
Done.
I'd like to reinforce the restaurants being open and people going out with their friends and families and hanging out together again in the sunshine and just having fun, joy.
Oh, yes.
Even the simple things.
Hanging out together. And let's add something to that, where they put their phones away and leave their phones in the car so they can all have wonderful conversations. So
Yes. And along with that, let's reinforce better listening so we can actually listen to each other.
Yes.
Definitely.
Done.
Let's see more people laughing and smiling.
Yes.
I'd like to see the sports getting cleaned up to where they don't fix games anymore, because come on, sports are a fun family thing to do. So let's TNB the cleanup of sports, that they're played not for the money and all that crap, but that they're played for the skill and for the enjoyment of the people.
Talent.
Done.
And open them all up. Yes.
Done. And also, I would like to.
On the exercise tag. Done.
Not just the phones. Let's turn off the movies and the telly and the series and that, so that families reconnect.
Yes.
Connection.
Real connection.
Done.
Summertime.
Let's raise
everywhere.
the levels of integrity and respect across the board.
Done.
I'd like to reinforce every point on the planet be safe to travel. So anyone's
done.
Yes.
And also reinforce they don't implement those passport immunization crap.
Let's reinforce the ending of the mask wearing on planes, on buses, on any public transportation. Done.
Let's just end the mask.
Reinforce.
Done.
Let's reinforce the safety of women to walk anywhere at any time.
Very good. Our children.
Man and female to walk anywhere they want to go.
Reinforce that with not having to skin with your child wherever you go to make sure they're not abducted.
Exactly.
Done.
All family tag.
And protection for our boys.
The boys too.
Don't forget the boys.
I'd like to reinforce the
Thank
end
you,
of
done.
human trafficking and human and child sex trafficking.
Done.
Yes. And organ harvest. Tagged.
Done.
Let's reinforce the end of all addiction, whether it be to devices, chemicals, whatever. Done.
Yes. Done. Anything that takes us away from source, any addiction, because that's us trying to replace a connection with source with some substance or somebody or whatever. Let's reinforce a connection with source so that these addictions fall by the wayside. Done.
Let's reinforce also I want to go back to flowers, like where I want to see more, like bringing in new species of flowers that are just huge and massive and colorful and fragrant and natural, just beautiful, just natural.
Restore all the beauty
everywhere.
Big
horrible things that I've never seen before.
And we're at that, not just flowers, but foods, new foods, new varieties of fruit and things like that.
They're coming. Yes. Reinforce.
Garden's not long.
I want to taste new stuff.
And
there's a plant that tastes like chicken.
Like aspartame and that. Let's have real sugar cane.
Everything tastes like chicken, Nancy.
Would you say it again?
I'd like to see humans be able to visit the inner earth.
Yes.
I would. Not inner's closed.
Increase everybody seeing more rainbows and more vibrant colors.
Done.
The sky too.
I'd like to reinforce
TNB, all the artists out there, writers, actors, dancers, songwriters, lyricists, anything to do with art. Let's reinforce people's abilities and that they come out of their shell and that they actually begin to flow in that without worrying about if they're going to make money from it or not. The money will come. The resources will come. Tag all the artists. Done.
I'm going to go off of that one and say all the artists of the dark to be shut down because there's a lot of
I'd like to reinforce increase in telepathic abilities between people and animals.
Yes.
Done.
I'd like to reinforce all fruits, vegetables, plants, flowers, everything be able to be grown healthy all around the planet. Whatever you'd like to.
Done. Yes. Tag. Done.
Let's reinforce that everybody starts growing their own food. Done.
And that they start planting food around their neighborhoods and fields and wherever, nicely that it can grow.
Trees everywhere.
And weed plants.
Free food for everyone.
I'd like to tag
yes, free food for everyone.
They should be doing that they want to do, not the one they have to do.
Done.
I'd like to reinforce the replenishment of all the minerals that was gone from the soil so that we can grow healthy food.
TNB, anybody for healing?
I like to tag.
That has had a eating disorder of any kind, healing to them of any, like bulimia, anorexia, any of that. TNB, tag them, done, healed.
Done.
Let's tag all the people that have had these vaccines that are having challenges from that. Give them full restoration of all their body, their organs, anything that's being challenged by that. Done.
Ones that deserve.
And I'd also like to piggyback off the vaccine. Let's shut down all these programs, the free donuts, the free beer, the free burgers. Shut all that down. That's all I want. Done. I know.
Money increases.
It's real.
Tag all those on medications to get off of Big Pharma.
Yes.
Reinforce community networking with food and needs. For fixing things, for helping out each other.
Done.
All towns to rebuild their cities again.
I like to add to that. All restaurants, all organic health stores, all grocery stores, all their excess food be distributed to the poor and the needy and the people that need the help.
Yes.
Done.
Return Earth
tag that all jobs are equal. Doesn't matter if you want to clean or you want to be whatever, that they're equal.
Done. Return all
tag old cars. Tag old cars running on water.
Done.
Return Earth to the state of Eden or heaven, heavenly state.
Done.
TNB, any relationship where there's enabling and codependency, healing for that too. Done.
I'd like health across the board. Health for all beings across the board who source approves.
Done.
Let's tag the belief as well that they believe they're healed.
Yes. They will know they're healed. Knowing.
Yes, knowing. Done.
Let's tag protection to all benevolent protesters and people who are speaking out, protection from police and from any dark attacks.
Yes, force field protection.
Thank you, Rob.
Done. People. Done.
Removal of all the police.
Yes.
Done.
All the dark.
The dark.
The dark web.
Let's reinforce proper boundaries between grandparents and grandchildren so that the grandparents don't come in and undermine what their grown children are doing and training up their Jedis. because sometimes they don't understand what's going on. So they continue in the old 3D pattern of spoiling the children. Therefore, it undermines what the parents are doing in the home. So proper boundaries between grandparents and grandchildren and the adult children of the parents. Okay.
And reinforce healthy boundaries. Reinforce healthy boundaries.
And anything not healthy is exposed. Any kind of abuse is exposed.
And transmuted to healthy.
And these are exposed in all relationships. Done.
To reinforce the end of Antifa and any groups that are similar to it, and protection to all beings from those groups. Done.
Exposure of all gaslighting.
Done.
Removing all fears for the celestial celebrations.
Done.
Done.
Transmuting all manipulation into source help.
Yes.
Done.
Oh, thank you.
Charging all
Open up
devices.
everybody's closed hearts. Open up everybody's closed hearts and let source come into your heart. Love.
And clear the minds of people, especially elderly, who think they're confused or lost because they're out of their regular routine. Let them be okay, even though their routine changes.
Done.
Done.
Let's TNB all our communications in all of our lives with everybody, that we have healthy, clarity in all our communications. Done.
And honesty.
Yes.
Let's remove all lies.
Yes.
Let's charge all electronic signals with True Serum and deprogram. Done.
Very good.
Done.
Let's transmute all attacks into divine help.
Done.
Yes. Done.
Let's have clarity in communication so that we all understand each other, whether we're kids or adults or grandparents, that we understand what the person is actually saying.
Yes.
The innuendos.
Increase our telepathic.
Done.
Take all fear away from Jedis and let them understand, like Smarty always says, we don't have to know everything. We don't have to know what our mission is. It'll all come in divine timing and source directed. So we can just relax.
Yes. I would like to wrap up all the couples that can't be together right now for whatever life circumstance has them. Wrap them all up in love and light blankets so that when they go to sleep at night, they will feel comforted by each other and to enhance telepathic communication between the two of them at all times. Done.
And on that same vein, all the people that are going through separations or divorce, that it's amicably done, and it's whatever's the highest and best good for the children to be done, and everything easily and gently according to source directives.
Love and light on all of them.
Very good.
Done. It's also just that there's a specialness in singleness. There's a good place in that solitude. So
breaking up a little bit.
You're breaking up,
Stephanus, we can't hear you properly.
Let's send them that love, that peace, and everything that he has for them. Those people that are supposed to be in that place right now, to enjoy it, relax and enjoy it.
In the moment.
And to that, anybody that needs courage to break off an attachment that was formed that they weren't supposed to, it wasn't the right time, courage to break it off in a gentle, sweet way, and move on with your life and be honest with each other.
Acceptance on the other end.
Yes.
To accept yourself for who you are and be comfortable in your skin and grow in your abilities instead of bashing yourself to pieces.
Yes, love yourself.
Reinforce the removal of all insecurities. Done.
Yes, done. Communication online.
Can you mute yourself, please?
Mute out.
Mute out.
Mute out.
And communication online between new people is trustworthy communication and honest communication, you know, so there's nobody being fooled on either side.
Yeah, no more deception.
Done.
Yeah,
No more division.
Yeah.
Done.
Transmute all deceptions into integrity and openness.
Done.
Use all our communications with love and light. Done.
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 Let's reinforce that source directives and all the Smarties teachings are more widespread and more discovered by people.
Yes.
Done.
Spread the word.
Yeah. Done.
Hey, let's also for all of the Jedis, all of us here that are the Jedis that are here doing the work, that are here with good intention for the core group, for all of us. Let's tag that we have that perfect peace that
yes,
time, relationships will grow, things will happen. We each have our place with Smarty. And just to know that there's going to be a time and a place where you'll be able to meet him and not be so on him and hounding or fear or not in the group. Am I not a part of what's going on? Just to have that peace to know that everything is in good timing and Daddy has your best intention. Daddy knows you. Just be at peace the way everything's going to work out. You know, he's here helping us, loving us, and it's so cool for all of us to see. So I just that love and that that it's all going to happen. Done.
Awesome. More appreciation.
Done.
Thank you.
Done. Stronger faith and source.
Done.
Yes.
How about all broken relationships like divorces or whatever, all the frustration, anger, hate, the negative feelings dissipate and the person realizes the lessons and they feel love and appreciation.
Done.
And all broken teeth be fixed too. I thought you said perfect teeth.
That would be nice too. I'm all about that. Let's do that.
Perfect
Done.
Too.
Please. Done.
For knowing across the board that the whole world is in his hands.
Yes.
Beautiful today.
Let's wrap up. Anybody right now who is transitioning to the other side in any way, shape, or form, wherever they are in that journey, wrapping them up in a heavy, heavy love and light blanket, that they will just be able to go in peace and knowing that this is it. Tag.
No pain.
Piggyback off that, anybody who's holding on for dear life because they're terrified of transitioning, just letting them to be able to let go and
I'm ready
to go. A gentle let go. Yes.
No pain.
Remove all fear across the board. Done.
Yes.
Done. Yes. And all those people who are slated for operations, arms, knees, shoulders, whatever, that the healing crystalline chambers will be allowed to be used before they have to go through all that surgery and rehabilitation crap.
or even
No
better,
fear.
let's get healed even if there's no crystalline chambers.
Yes.
Done.
I know.
Reinforced space travel.
Yay!
I want to ride. I want to fly.
Yes. Done. Reinforced porthole jumping.
Done.
Reinforce maximizing our ability.
Yes.
Done.
Reinforce right now. Reinforce strength to any body with a significant other where they're having to be the supportive one while they continue with their mission. Sometimes you have to be support. Sometimes you are, when you're that support, it's hard on the person. So reinforce courage, strength, and source directives. Anything that person needs to make them know that it's going to be okay and to continue and not give up, no matter how crazy it looks. Done.
Yeah. More love energy. Love.
Yes.
Done.
Love to the, yes.
Love and light. Damn.
I would like to tag and bag. I would like to tag and bag the hearts of the youth and the hearts of those that that are perceived as elderly, that they turn their hearts towards each other and begin to listen to each other.
Yes.
And also the realization that we are all soul essences and therefore age is meaningless.
Yes.
So done.
Done.
Love it.
Done.
Beautiful. I'd like to tag all those that have lost their businesses, owe huge debts, and just can't see a way forward.
Done.
Done.
I'd like to see everybody with full bank accounts.
Yes.
Done.
Yes.
No more financial stress.
Yeah. Return to extended families, actually loving, harmonious extended families that can support each other. So a village raises a child instead of two or one parent going crazy trying to raise.
Reinforce community. Yeah. Done.
I would like to reinforce wisdom for as we are headed toward this wealth transfer, that the people will have wisdom like from source on how to use the extra, that understand that the extra is not for you, but to benefit mankind and to turn it out that way. So generosity, but also wisdom to know where to help. When you're
also add service to others. Service.
Yes. Done.
Done.
I'd like to encourage people who are single to find their perfect mate that would complement them and match their vibration.
Yes.
If they want one.
Twin flame. That's called find your twin flame.
That's right.
Done.
Okay.
Do we have to be married?
I'm still waiting on Source to introduce me to my twin flame.
It's coming.
I'm a widow 3 times over. I'm a widow 3 times over.
Wow.
She's already picked out for you.
Yes, I know. I'm waiting.
I know.
Along with 3 open heart surgeries, stents, and a battery pack that Smarty said he was going to take out, but Source told me I need it so I can do extra supercharged healing.
There you go.
So the battery can stay in my chest, you know?
There you go.
I put my charm over my battery pack in my chest and asked Source to supercharge it.
Nice.
Perfect.
I get you, Keith.
That way I can reach out and touch somebody and instantly heal them like Smarty's trying to train us to do, or at least recognize what healing they need.
Yes.
Done.
And I'd like to add that we have the time that we need. If we're busy doing other stuff that we have to do, that we have more time to do Smarty's work and Source's work.
Yes.
Free us up in a good way.
Let's reinforce a lot of public events like music, like concerts and art shows and anything to get people out of their freaking houses and out together in a group.
Dances.
Done. Yeah, exactly.
Dancing.
Cheers.
I'd like to reinforce open mind.
Bring back dancing where we both dance together, not far away from each other.
Yes.
I'm down.
Yeah. Like the good old days.
Yeah, bring back hugging, which is disappeared during COVID.
Yes.
Let's bring back hugging.
Replace handshakes with hugging.
Yes.
Shaking hands, yes.
Hugging. Cheers, yes.
Yeah. Hugging. Done.
Done.
I have to go help Dad on the computer, so I'm going to emoji out. But I'll be listening.
We couldn't hear you.
Open hearts and open minds when people see galactics, and also for galactics to feel comfortable here.
Yeah.
Done.
I'd like to reinforce us remembering more our dreams.
Done.
I'd like to tag it back. Oh, sorry. I was going to say reinforce bonfires with family and friends.
There you go.
Done.
I'd like to tag it back.
Reinforce the breaking of bread between people and family, especially bring that back. Too many families just sit there and watch TV, and just bring back awesome dinners, family dinners.
Yes. Done.
Conversation.
Done.
Yes.
Yes.
Done.
Okay.
Yes, Chris.
Want to tag it back.
Jack.
Want to tag it back with heavy light, love and light blankets and healing for everyone who has chosen suicide to transition and those around them who have been affected by those actions.
Done.
Done.
Eliminate the desires for that.
Done.
Eliminate suicide.
No.
Yes.
Done.
Let's TNB, being that Father's Day is coming up, anybody that has lost a father recently or in their lifetime, wrap everybody up with a love and light blanket. And on that day, let them feel Source's fatherly love.
Done.
100-fold. Done.
Yes. Tag. Done.
I tag
What's
on
the
that
move?
mothers as well.
Yes.
Done.
Done.
Yes.
Let's remove all grievances.
To reinforce community support for people or children with disabilities.
Transmute all disabilities into abilities.
Done.
Yes.
All mental illness corrected by the crystalline chambers.
All mental
Done.
Beautiful.
Just correct all mental illness across the board.
Done.
So going on what Rob said about grievances, let's also, like, you tag all the grievances, but then reinforce everyone's ability to just remember that everyone's human and nobody really just the whole, just forgiveness and more love.
Yes.
That's all it is. Forgiveness and more love, and just allowing and accepting and roll it like the water on a duck's back, you know? Done.
Let's reinforce appreciation
On the mental illness
for
one,
each
I'd
moment.
like to tag all the people that are stepping up awake because they believe we're all nutcases and they want to lock us up. So tag all those people.
More acceptance for our words.
Exactly. More tinfoil hats.
Turn them into a bunch of nuts. How about that?
Yeah.
Let's reinforce evidence of all of this stuff that's going on, even though it's already there all over the place. Let's reinforce it being thrown right in front of their faces so they can't have a choice not to see it. Because it literally has to get like shoved in their face at this point for them to even see it. It's done.
Reinforce our Earth's vibration.
Done.
Tag those that want to go back to their original, I guess, country. They've been forced in other countries and go back and heal their own countries.
Yeah, lovely. Done.
Reinforce the sovereignty of each nation. Like they've been trying to make us all the new world order, the one world order. That's bullshit. Every nation has a divine purpose, a source directive, a thing they have to do. So let's reinforce every nation. That every nation recognizes what they're here to do, and we do it. Done.
Yes.
The sum of it. That have been divided and renamed, that they are go back to what they were.
Right.
Yes.
Done.
The uniqueness of each country.
The sovereignty.
Village.
Yes. Reinforce. Done.
And reinforce the success of the Nuremberg trials that are happening right now, and that we are aware of what's happening as well, because I don't hear any of it on the media right now.
Done.
Right.
Speaking of trials and stuff, let's reinforce all the source-directed lawyers out there who are doing good work, that they have 100% success and that they are able to use their gifts and whatever they're doing to really take down the ones who are hurting people and just do their job and do it well and totally protected by source and etc.
Done.
Reinforce those that are doing the RV, that they'll be guided to the right people for their funds, that they won't be taken and abused in the wrong way with evil people. and it will all be used for humanitarian good.
Done.
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 Done. Remove all obstacles and stalling that is in the process of all that. Done.
Yes, done.
Let's reinforce waking up anybody who's like selfishly living for themselves. It's too late in the game already. Wake up and realize your purpose, why you were put here, that it wasn't to be served, but to serve. Done.
Right.
Done.
And that your boat or your yacht or your fancy car isn't more important than people.
Yes. Materialism. Yes.
Done.
To that, we need to reinforce the end of all that programming so that we are not seeking those. A lot of us are just so heavily programmed into the matrix.
Yes.
Done.
A lot of them want it too. They want want that.
Yeah.
So we've got to get rid of that.
Yeah, the status quo.
They think they're better.
Yeah.
And reinforce our youth to want to serve.
Yes.
Tagging back, reinforcing. Tagging and bagging, reinforcing the 3D thinking into 6D thinking, and understanding that it is beyond what is not everything is literally as it seems. So tag done.
And no done.
Let's reinforce the removal of all Rockefeller education systems and all the education that people have received from it completely be reversed so that they don't have to constantly undo all this information to learn new stuff. Done.
Let's go ahead and reinforce anybody that is in the prison system unfairly and they're innocent, they're released.
Done.
Expedited.
Done.
And that we get good judges that actually uphold law and people's rights.
Yes.
So transmute all systems into intended source directed methods. So education to source education, medicine to source healing, etc., etc.
Done. Let's reinforce getting back to small towns instead of the big smart cities.
Done.
Let's tag and bag, reinforcing the balance. Big football players, any sports players, anybody who is making a ridiculous amount of money for something like throwing a pig skin or what have you, that we balance that out with people who are actually giving their life in service, whether it be a cashier, whether it be a janitor, a nurse, doctor, whatever, that we balance the scales in income for all who are in service.
Yes.
So
Done. Let's reinforce that food is free, as is shelter. And water, nourishment, basic human needs. Done.
Eating and cooling.
The Hollywood let's reinforce that young girls will have a healthy body image, not that bullshit that they pushed on us by Hollywood, but that girls would have a healthy body image and would love their bodies just as is. Done.
Yeah, done. Bag that all the pageants are dismantled and gone away with.
Done.
Same for males too. Done.
Yes.
How
more
about those
catwalks.
people that have kids or pets actually take excellent care of them?
Yes.
Done. More animal cruelty.
Done.
And that people stop believing that COVID can jump off someone you just move past.
True. Or it goes around the plexiglass.
It has a mind of its own.
For everybody stops at 10 p.m.
People are doing complete U-turns or walking so far around us they smash into things. It's ridiculous.
Thank you.
And we start laughing. We look so mean, but we can't help it. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Everybody take the double masks. Done. That's
done. I'd like to reinforce the neutralization of the spike protein.
Yes.
Done. Already done.
Any of the PCR tests that they'll be neutralized and won't harm anyone.
Done.
Neutralization of all toxins, transmuting to source intended health across the board for anything that could possibly especially man-made, poison you.
Yes.
Yes.
And let's piggyback on that they don't vaccinate livestock, chickens, and whatever we consume with this mRNA, whatever it is. That everything is clean, non-GMO.
Done.
Return to source DNA.
Done. Neutralize any rabies shots for animals.
Done. Reinforce crystalline transformation for all beings.
Reinforce the removal of all heavy metals from mercury fillings, from cookwares, from vaccines, and whatever they give to livestock that we consume as well.
Yes. Neutralize all fluoride in the warehouses and all the toothpaste.
Yeah, that's all done.
Extend all frequencies and Smarty products across the board. So they infuse everything.
Done.
Reinforce the end of 5G tower toxins to humans, and so to everybody rather, and the end of chemtrails.
Done.
Okay. I want those done.
That
Let's
last
reinforce.
I'm
Go
sorry,
ahead, Stephanos. No, you're good. Go ahead.
That last request for frequencies didn't go through. You got to send it through source if you're going to do that for Smarty stuff.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep.
All frequencies go through source for everyone to receive.
Yeah.
Done. Thank you.
Done.
And let's get rid of the tetanus shot. The belief that if anything happens, you have to have a tetanus shot, because they also put the diphtheria and the whooping cough in.
And SARS. Done.
People don't even realize that.
Let's just permanently clog all syringes. Done.
It's done.
Yes.
We don't need that shit.
Nope.
I want fleas to have a shorter lifespan, so when they bite a cat and that crystalline blood, it kills the flea.
Done.
And mosquitoes too.
Yes. No more afraid of mosquitoes or insects.
Hey, actually, wearing my charm outside, my neighbors, they complain about the mosquitoes biting. I got my charm on. I'm vaccinated with frequencies. The mosquitoes don't bite me.
That's right. Hey.
Wonderful.
Don't like you anymore.
It's wonderful.
Not biting. Me neither. Mine either.
Yeah.
So I want to get rid. I want to get rid of all the. I have a couple of friends, but it's for worldwide. All the ladies who had breast implants, they are going through detoxification, a huge. So I want to get rid of
saline
worldwide.
or the seaweed packs. Yeah.
Can we replace them all?
Yeah,
yes.
remove
because
them repair. Totally done.
They're going
Hey,
through a lot of that.
Kenneth, when, did I tell you about the story when I was in jail? I had all these mosquitoes dying all around me, and everybody else was getting bit, and they're all looking at me like, why are all these dead bugs around you?
Oh my God.
Royal blood.
That's right.
That's cool.
That's hilarious.
That's really cool.
That's great.
Did you walk through the walls there?
Yeah. I even got picked up on some of the ships in the yard where people were oblivious to it.
That's awesome.
Perfect. Cloaking.
I got bits and pieces of memories of it all. But hey, listen, let's reinforce the 10 million light portals that were just open to remain open.
Whoa,
yeah.
10 million. Wow.
10 million.
Done.
Hey,
we're going to be shining, man.
Like we are. And we're almost self-directed.
Done. You're going to see more and more of activity everywhere because of these portals.
Perfect.
So we literally use the portals, all of us. Some of us aren't fully consciously aware of it yet, but we all use the portal. I use them every day, every second. I can be here talking to you guys and go in and out of them without you guys even realizing that shit. So,
nice.
Wow.
Bring it on. Can you send us a picture?
We're ready.
Here's what I will do. Here's what I will do. Everybody pay attention and see what I'm about to show you guys, because this is real. This is actually already happened, but I'm going to rewind it and I'm going to show you guys and verbally illustrate or tell you what's happening. So remember the dome I told you guys about? The new glass dome. It's actually, well, it is a dome, but it's inside the entire Earth, not just our district. So here's what you're gonna see: the gold dome, and then fireworks.
Yay!
Nice.
If y'all looking at the screen to see it, that's not how you're gonna see it.
Oh, okay.
It's all over the earth.
Sorry. I heard somebody say, "I don't see it."
Yeah.
That's not how you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it by using your abilities.
Exactly.
Oh, thank you.
So right now,
Marty, can you explain something to me?
Go ahead.
Several times now in the past several months, I could be sitting and going through source directives, and this golden type light starts interrupting my vision. And then if I close my eyes, I swear I can see through the matrix. And with concentrating on it, then I'm seeing beautiful horizons. I'm somewhere else. Is that me connecting with my true soul?
That's yeah, you could say that, but that's actually you taking care of business, leaving your body without you realizing it.
Nice.
Because you have to understand that, and this is for all you guys. You have to understand that the consciousness that you're experiencing now in these bodies are nowhere near to where you guys are going. You guys are fully connected to source already. What we did was we came back to this specific purpose, this specific time, to carry out this specific purpose, to changing the reality, changing everything across the board, because in the future we couldn't go past a certain barrier. That all changed the day we were born. Okay?
Nice.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you, Daddy.
I have a
Thank
request.
you, Daddy. Thank you, Smarty.
I have a request for those of us who work multidimensionally and have a really hard time functioning in the physical when we're doing other stuff. Can that somehow be sorted out?
What we'll do is, the only thing we can do is just reinforce your source directives in your abilities and your missions.
Okay.
And that's a good thing. Just know that it's a good thing, because some of you guys are actually experiencing certain things to get you prepared for what's coming, what's happening. So I wouldn't, don't try to listen. Do not try to understand everything, okay? Because I stopped myself.
Got it.
You understand? Like, I literally stopped trying to understand everything.
Understood.
My brain capacity and the shit that I can do is beyond this fucking realm, okay? In multiple realms. And even I get stumped, and Daddy's like, "You're not supposed to know." And I'm like, okay. So don't try to figure everything out, because it's not for you to figure out. If it was for you to figure out or for you to understand, you would know. And I'm not saying this just for you. I'm saying in general for everybody across the board. Don't try to figure everything out. Just go with the flow. If there's something that's bothering you, then you can always come here and ask and request for help or whatnot. But that's just how it is. I don't.
It feels better to step into that.
No, it's not. It's not that. It's more like I get leveled often, and then I have to go to work, and I'm just can barely keep my eyes open, which isn't really healthy if you stick sharp objects into other people.
Well, in that case, we'll just reinforce your abilities to multitask. Done.
Okay. Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. Don't try to figure too much out. But if you're having that type of issues or whatever issues is, there's always a solution, and we just gave you yours.
Thank you.
You understand?
Done.
So
Done.
now you can compute both while it's happening.
Okay.
It's literally that simple as a command away. It's for some people, like, you know, some of us literally wanted to know everything. Okay. And even, you know, even some of my crew members, I felt like strangling them because I'm like, I don't fucking know. What makes you think you're gonna know?
Hey, Smarty. Sometimes I'll be doing something. I'll be shown something. I'll be like, "What's up?" And I hear right away, "Mind your business," because I'm nosy, and I'll be like, "Okay," and I just step back.
Yeah, well, you know, when we were doing the Real Truth call, you know, during that process and me training people on the call, Daddy told me that certain people would be the ones that were that he brought to be with me throughout this whole period, like you know, throughout the whole time. And Kim was one of them. And Kim always asked questions, and I felt like strangling her sometimes, but she was given visions, and she saw us in the tunnels wrapping these motherfuckers up. And I said, "Daddy, why'd you show her that?" And he said it was time for her to see. Okay, she's here. She can validate what I said. She saw it. She was only given a glimpse of it, and then we had to push her back into the portal because, you know, she wasn't supposed to see everything. But we were literally snatching up Dracos, reptilians, cabal, Nazis, tying them all the fuck up, and just hauling them off. And a lot of you guys are going to start seeing it. You're going to start seeing visions of it. It's going to be a full disclosure, and you guys will be able to share it up until we have the full consciousness of it all, where you guys can literally just tap into it and watch it all play out. So that's going to happen too. A lot of the stuff that I speak of already takes place. I'm just bringing it to the table where nobody else is even going to get close to the information that I got because of who I am and because of my source directives and my connection with Daddy. I am what they call, you know, Jesus. You know, my name is Smarty, by the way, in case y'all didn't know. But at the end of the day, I'm very real.
Thank you, Source.
Daddy is very real.
Thank you, Daddy.
I thank Daddy too all day, every day.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wake up,
Daddy.
I'll be like, thank you, Daddy. Who I gotta fuck up next?
Thank you, Jesus.
So and even if you say, like the lady just said, thank you, Jesus, you're still going to benefit because I'm one of the same. You know, I don't say don't call me that or don't call me this or don't say that, because it would be wrong for me to do so when I know that I am. You understand?
Yes.
So you can call Daddy whatever you want to. I just call him Daddy, and I don't give a shit who don't like it, right? And then you can call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner because I like to eat. Speaking about,
I like to call you King Smarty. I do.
Right. Speaking about something to eat, let's reinforce Frank telling us what the fuck he's cooking right now.
Yeah.
Done. I see him chopping up. Where you go? Oh man, did he go? He left?
He's eating.
Oh, he's all. That's probably what it is. He's eating.
His mouth is full.
Hey, something to share with you and kind of ask you. I don't want to automatically assume that's what it was and that's what I saw. She saw, but earlier today it was freaking cool. Earlier today, I saw Clara was hanging out in the back with us, and it was super cool. She's just running back and forth, and says, "Thank you, Captain Arch." And she's just playing around, tossing leaves and everything everywhere, and she's just saying, "Thank you, Captain Arch." And I'm thinking of all the shows she watches sometimes, and I'm like, there's no Captain Arch in that show. And I'm like, she's hanging out and she's playing with somebody. And I'm picking up, and then all of a sudden I heard an archangel, I believe. Who was it that she was seeing? Because I saw an angel, and then she said that she was talking to her dad, to her grandpa David, and I was hearing that she was talking to and I heard somebody say, "I let her call me that."
All right. Well, when you find out, you let me know, okay? Hey, real quick. On behalf of me, the crew, and Daddy, we're proud of all you guys, and you all need to know that.
Yes.
Okay. So
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Keep doing the great work, and we're
thank you.
I don't got nothing else to do. I'm home alone, so whatever else you guys want to do, let's do it. I'm gonna go get a refill because I need some more wine.
Yeah, let's get some wine. Party time.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Let's do
10
it.
million more portals. That's amazing.
Yes.
So Frank, what was for dinner?
We're all hungry now.
I made ribeye steaks, mashed potatoes.
Ooh. Yeah.
Can we do portals to his house and back?
Can you imagine the big potluck festival we have?
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
Rabbits. It's all good. Come on down, guys.
Yeah. Wish we could.
My plate.
Yes.
I want to know what you're cooking.
For all you guys.
We'll see you in Destin.
Nice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll cook for all you guys. One of these days. It's right around the corner. Miracles and wonders. Right around the corner, guys.
Yeah.
100%.
Love you.
Love you all.
Love you too, brother.
Love you more.
Love you.
Right.
Love you.
Olivia calls you Frankie. She loves you. She's like, Frankie.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Well, soon, one of these days, soon enough, we'll all be together. We're going to have, God, it's amazing, beautiful conversations, and we're going to help so many people.
And big hugs for everybody.
Yeah,
Exactly.
big old group hug.
Great, big hug.
Definitely.
Amazing.
Right around the corner, guys.
Yep.
So close.
I had to share. I had a dream of us all. We all met. I think we were in Destin, and we're all beautiful in white, beautiful white clothes. And there's like we just hugged and cried. And it was like we were in a big, huge, and I could feel the emotion and the love, and we're just all we did was hugged and embraced and cried. We're like big sappies. It was awesome.
Happy tears.
That sounds amazing.
It was beautiful. All I saw
look
was
forward to that.
stand, and we all had like beautiful, like either like white shirts and khakis. Anyhow, it was just. I can't wait, guys.
Me neither. I'm excited.
Yes.
Well, you think about how excited.
Can I wear
you get
color? Do I have
online
to wear white?
seeing it.
Yes, you have to wear white.
Sorry.
Does it have to be completely white?
And khakis, remember.
It's just a concept. It doesn't have to be any color.
Angelic white, as they say.
Angelic white. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I like bling. As long as I can cook y'all some Tex-Mex chili. I like
Yes.
I like 4 to 5 different kinds of meats. I put 4 or 5 different kinds of peppers in it. It has a bite. But it doesn't last. That's my version of Tex-Mex chili.
Sounds awesome.
Nice.
You know what I would bring? I would bring my homemade sangria. You can ask Elena how good that is. I'm not going to blow my horn, but my sangria is something. Are you there, Elena? Vouch for me.
I'll have a sip.
Well, being Portuguese, I'll bring cod patties. I make the best cod patties.
Excellent brownies. Killer brownies.
Yeah.
Homemade Southern cornbread.
I made green waffles.
Yes.
I made green waffles. A quarter of a waffle is comparable to a bottle of Daddy's pain medicine in a water bottle.
I'm down with that. Yeah. I'll throw it in for it.
Cheers.
I love waffles.
Cheers to party time.
Cheers.
Oh,
Cheers.
There you go.
To Jedi's.
Salute.
Salute.
Hello. I've always been asked over the years, what is my favorite food, my favorite dish? And I have to look at them and say, it really doesn't matter as long as it's cooked with love.
There you go.
It's
That's ingredient.
wonderful. If someone is sad and crying, it'll end up being too salty.
Right.
Yeah.
So as long as it's cooked with love, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's better if there's people with you.
Drink for the love.
Yes.
Always.
You know,
Y'all
that's
know
so
it's up.
true. That's so true. I had a student, she was a junior in high school, and one time we were talking, she goes, Miss Eva, you know what I like to do when I'm stressed out? I like to bake. And I looked at her, I said, really? And she goes, yeah, I bake for all my friends. And I said, well, honey, as much as I love you, I wouldn't want your stressed out cookies. And she goes, huh? I said, you're stressed out. You're putting your stress into my cookie. And she was like, oh. So then a few weeks later, she came back and she goes, well, I decided that now I'm going to bake when I'm happy. And I'm going, there you go. That's happy cookies, you know? She hadn't thought of that before.
What'd she put in them though? Some marijuana?
No, well, she's 16, so no.
Never know.
Only the waffles.
I have a request. We have multiple landlords. They're all a family, and they don't really get along well. And there's some addictions, and possibly some mental issues, and possibly some entities. I would just like to have reinforcement from everyone to hand that over to Source so he can fix it somehow.
Clean them up. Done.
Clean them up.
Done.
Done. The corruption.
Oh, can we extend it across the board for whoever else might need it?
Yes.
Done.
Board.
Wipe them out. That's it. No more.
Done.
Wipe them out. Daddy's
Done.
not playing games. Just so y'all know, Daddy's not playing games. Wipe them all out and give everybody a new bill of health, a new source directives. Done.
Done.
Cheers, Smarty. We all started without you. Cheers.
Hello.
Hello. Corona.
I went and bought some blueberries today.
Hello.
Oh my gosh.
The blueberries were only so, but they're these organic blueberries, and I tasted them. I thought they're okay. So I came home and I put them on, I don't know if I was supposed to, but I just put them on the fertilizer and the repair, and now they're as sweet as candy.
Yeah, because
Nice.
what happens is once they come in contact with the energies, they get restored, kind of like our bodies.
Right. I know, it's so amazing. But when you see it, it's one thing, but when you taste it, you can actually taste the difference. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, when I first was telling people about my stuff, I mean, this is for all you guys that are listening and whoever watches the recording. Do this, okay? Do this. Get a fruit, no matter what it is, even a vegetable. Cut it in half. Put them 2 feet apart, right? Put the charm or a hologram next to it, because all the holograms secretly have things to neutralize shit, okay? So put a hologram next to the fruit, one piece, and then leave the other one by itself. And then you tell us what happens.
Big difference.
Flavor.
How long do you need to leave it there?
For you, 2 months.
Oh, you're being mean to me.
I'm joking. I know it's you, Esther.
Well, I know it. I'm the baby, so be nice to the baby.
It's all good. 2 minutes. That's just a play tape, but it actually happens instantly, so you can do it instantly. But just for your own, because people don't believe shit happens instantly here, right? But just 2 minutes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I found strawberries. He doesn't like other strawberries anymore. He just likes Smarties ones from the hollows.
Perfect. Perfect.
Right,
Better for
much
it.
bigger, much bigger.
And sweeter.
I found hitting up all the food and water that I drink, and even in shopping centres and stuff like that, with Smarty method is the go. It's it makes it taste really good, and you know that it's been basically purified.
And you know what? I'm glad you said that, because my method, the way that I teach you guys, when you use your pendulum, it literally removes your doubt. So when you're tagging the bag, and you know without a doubt that the shit is happening.
Yep. Yes.
So,
thank you.
And Stefan here, he's been using his pendulums for 30 years plus, and he confirmed everything. Even his orgone pieces, using my method, that shit is like orgone on steroids.
Yeah. Miracles. It's miracles and wonders.
Yes.
Yes,
it is. That's right.
Thank you.
Party methods.
Yep.
I noticed using the hollows and the cocktails with my water, it's even softer in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yes. Even when I was back in the day, when I was first doing the charms and selling them, after the person got them, I would just tell them, put the charm next to the water, and then wait for 2 minutes, and then let's see what happens. And then I would just tell them to do that, and then tell, over the phone. And then I'd be like, okay, so what do you notice? Oh, it's clearer. It tastes like spring water. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then like a year later, I'm doing this shit over the phone without a charm. Boom. How does it taste? Oh my God.
It works.
But that's
speaking of spring water, Smarty, we collect spring water here fresh, right? And I have been, but before we collected yesterday, I was just using filtered water and charging them with hollows and cocktails, and they taste good. And then I have a spring water that wasn't charged yet, and I drank a cup, and I said, oh, it doesn't taste good. The water that was charged tastes better. So now I started charging the 6 gallons of spring water we collected.
Yeah, that's what you do. What I was going to say is, remember I told you guys how Daddy told me you can just charge it, just remote view and hit it. So that's when I started just telling people, go get a cup of water. And then I was doing it that way. I first did it on the Real Truth Call, okay? And it was live, and the people were like, oh my God. So I was like, yeah, let's go.
Nice. Reinforced clean water across the board.
Done.
I noticed different hollows make the water taste different too. I noticed that.
Yeah, that's true, because that only validates what I say. Specific frequencies are heightened in those different holograms. Because everything is a frequency. Go ahead.
When we're out, I put my charm under a glass or the food that we're eating when we're out with friends, and I try to hide it. Can I just pull it out of it and just stick it into the food when they're not looking, instead of sitting there for a minute or two with food and wine on it?
Now.
Just because you're wearing the charm, everything is charged.
Well, you know she's in trouble because she's in the Jedi class, right?
And her name is not Esther this time.
In trouble.
I'm sorry.
Girl, you know you're supposed to
That's
just.
why you got one of these.
Shut up.
Yeah, but they're all sitting around me.
Can I do that in the spring water? Because the spring water where we collect, it's got like a big pipe, and spring water just comes out. Can I do that? Put a bubble of the frequencies?
Yeah,
thank you.
That's why I say there's different stages of this, because I got people buying my pendants all day long, and none of them participate in what we're doing here, okay? These people just want the healing, and they receive the healing, but there's so much more, right?
Yeah.
So you guys that already have it, especially if you're here like Chris, y'all should know all you got to do is just, well, that's it.
Throw it under the table, Chris.
Oh yeah, and it's just they're military people, and they never let you're never alone. So I look kind of dumb doing what I'm doing, but I don't want to just go zap.
You can also do it mentally, telepathically. Right. Just use your imagination, because we know now that the imagination is real. It's just a different, higher dimension. That's what they don't want you to know that. But your imagination is literally just a higher dimension that is in the future. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to hit all their food and wine too now and beer.
Whole table. Yeah.
Let's do it. Matter of fact, let's everybody go get a cup of water. If you got something right now, go ahead and get it. I mean, if you don't got something, go get it. If you got something right now, just pull it out. Just pull it out.
Got it.
I know Stefan loved when I was doing this, when I started doing the Facebook Live. He kept on texting me, when you going to do another one? When you going to do another one?
Yeah. Funny message,
Right?
It's so fun.
I have one here.
Can
we have lemonade?
Right now. Okay. Everybody got a cup of water. If you don't got it right now, just go get it. Time doesn't exist. Here's my beer. Okay? Here's my beer. I'm going to create an energy field. And boom. And now I got clean beer. Okay?
Yeah.
Yay.
Nice.
All right.
Alcohol out.
After you hit, well, it all depends. You can even you can even add frequency so that you don't get a hangover. I do that all the time. Right now I'm tipsy, right? But when I wake up refreshed because I do that.
Yes.
So that's what we're gonna do. Everybody just hit your water. After you did that, go ahead and confirm with your abilities or your charm or your muscle testing that you actually did that. Yes or no?
Yes.
You don't gotta say it out loud, but go ahead and say it.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Did I do it? Confirmed.
Confirmed done.
Confirmed done.
All right, now here's what we're gonna do. Everybody that just did it, we're gonna redo it, but we're gonna add to it. We're gonna add a twist to it. Okay.
All
What
right.
we're gonna do is we're gonna re-hit it, but we're gonna re-hit it with everything that we want to see and request. All the requests and everything we want to see. Boom.
Done.
Done.
And cheers.
Done.
Cheers.
Hello.
Cheers.
Cheers. Salute.
Boy, people in trouble when I go out now.
Yeah. I do it all the time in secret. I see people struggling. I see people hurt. I see people angry. I just be like, majority of you guys can only do certain things as far as love and light blankets and all that. I don't really like saying this too much, but I am the only one that can interfere with free will. Okay, that's the truth. But I don't like saying that, but I can. I don't do it as I don't do it only when I'm told to. But that is the truth.
Nice.
We all trust you with that one.
Oh yeah.
It's all good.
I mean, I don't want to end up like some of these individuals that are disappearing. So I'm going to do what Daddy wants me to do. Okay.
Saw that side.
Marty, I was watching Dolores Cannon, and she actually, was talking about Jesus, and Jesus was doing exactly what you're doing, just teaching people to heal. And she said also that Jesus was not healing everybody because he does not want to interfere with karma. He can check if a person has karma and then he won't interfere. So yeah, that just reminded me of what you're saying right now.
Yeah, that you can say yes to that. But Dolores Cannon, she's you know, she's still alive, by the way. She faked her death, and I would, you know, people like, come on, you guys need to come out and stop hiding.
Oh, okay.
And wishy-washy.
Yeah, and also, I can literally heal anybody I want to. And when I put the request out or the command to heal, they will be healed, but their own block will stop them from being healed. So their mentality will keep them thinking that they're not healed when you can see that they're healed.
Yes.
So that happens a lot. I'm at the point where if you tell me you didn't get healing,
He was talking to me. He was talking to me.
Yeah.
They didn't allow it.
All of us.
I got the message.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna say okay. So then go ask the Jedis because I can't help you.
Hey, Smarty, can I say something real quick? Especially to Chris. Lately, I go out a lot in public and just do the energy work. I have been on a beach in Cali full of people and just doing the work. And what I realize is people are so in their own little world. They don't care, you know? And so it's just like a lot of it is our own mental, you know, oh, what are they going to think? Oh, blah, blah, blah. I don't even care anymore. Now it's like, hey, you know, and like I said, in the crowd full of people, you know, yeah, I still do it. If it's like too close to me, I'll do it mentally, you know, the energy balls. But I noticed that people are just so in their own little world. They don't care. They're just, you know, and then it's fun when it hits them because I've seen somebody just walk right by me and then turn around and look at me. And I'm like looking up like, yeah, what's up? So it's fun. I just let yourself go is what I'm saying, you know?
Yeah, we do that when we're walking around the suburbs and everything like that. It's just sort of, we haven't done it opposite our friends because they're basically military and watch everything.
Yeah.
And they think we're crazy anyway because we go to marches, we protest.
You're around lots
can't
of
wake
people.
some people up, and military are very bad to wake up. I had to hit Bob a few times.
That's only
Chris is very little.
That's only because they've been drilled for so long. So, you know, when you go into the military, it's kind of like jail. Like when I went to jail, there's shit that happened to me in jail that's still affecting me, and the correctional officers were the ones that did it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay? And it's like wow. And then people, there's some people that actually would rather be in there because of they've been institutionalized.
Yeah.
And that's because that they were drilled to be that way. So when people are programmed that way, it's hard to break them out of it. It's just like people that smoke cigarettes. It's hard to break them out of that shit. But
they feel safe.
Yeah,
I feel safe in that.
Yeah. They don't, and you know how you say some people are scared of the truth because you know they're comfortable in their own bullshit.
Yep.
Well, that's what it is too. Some people don't even want to hear it because they're afraid of the truth. The truth might be scary to them when it's fun for us.
I've heard people say that they actually feel more comfortable and secure with their mask on. And I'm like,
what
they do.
That's what it's done to us, for
it's
sure.
so inverted. Everything is inverted.
Wow.
That's what Smarty is.
That's true. It's so retarded.
That's why I say to them, if your mask works, then I'm not a threat to you not wearing one.
That's right.
The binky.
You know, the worst shit that I heard was, if this is going to heal me, I won't get my Social Security check.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That's true.
What the?
That's a lot of people. For
I've
sure.
heard it a lot.
You know, and the other day I was talking to this woman, and I haven't seen her for a while. She's been hiding away for COVID. They wouldn't let her out of her old folks.
Gross.
Oh,
Frozen.
I know.
Did you do that, Smarty?
Did you take a vax? What?
You froze.
You froze.
Okay. Well, anyway, so she said somebody died at the hospital, got COVID at the hospital, and died. And I said, well, something about that the hospital is getting paid for the COVID numbers. And she looked at me, the fear, the tears, everything in her eyes. It just was such a good lesson for me, because she just looked at me and she said, no, wherever you got that is wrong. I love you, but you cannot say that. You cannot believe it. You have to delete that. It's not true. And I just said, okay, carry on.
So weird to me, because
that happened to me too.
Right off the bat, like I didn't ever see anything else than that. Like
that happened with my best friend.
It just baffles me that people are even that disconnected. Because I'm not the smartest person in the world. Like I'm just kind of like lazy with it, and I still see that shit everywhere. Like
you're brilliant. Yeah.
Hey, look at Michael. Michael's dog is paying more attention than Michael is.
Michael. That dog is comfortable too. That dog is comfortable.
You know what I find sad? I have had a parent of one of my kids who was double masked even after she got all her shots tell me with tears in her eyes, I don't know what the rules are anymore. What the fuck, And I was going, wow. So I just mentally sent her a love and light blanket. I asked her if I could hug her because she's double masked and all this stuff. She looks at me and she goes, what can it hurt? We hugged. And, that was it. Because at that point, so far gone that ain't no truth gonna get in there, So I figured show her love in action, send her on her way. That's it.
Yeah. There are people in Canada on the grounds, civilians that are taking cease and desist orders out to everywhere. Do you know about Romana?
Yep.
She's now putting them around the world. I don't.
Yep.
I hope it changes, but yeah, people are looking at it thinking it's a joke.
Not people wear online, they believe it.
Yeah.
I've been following the Stanford League, and I know that they were doing cease and desist here. I'm in Ontario, and in the beginning, they went back and they redid their cease and desist orders because they had backup with Dr. Fulmich, which is the one that's leading the Nuremberg trials. So I think now it's like there's a stronger oomph to it.
Good. Yeah.
So things are getting really serious, and like I said, I earlier, that's why I was requesting for reinforcement of the Nuremberg trials, because that's going to be it in the common law. That's where we as a people, we need to rise up.
Yeah.
Like when this first started last year, all my friends were like, oh, I can't wait till this is over. And I go, it'll be over when we say it's enough. Yeah. And they thought I was crazy. I'm like, a year later, we're still here. Because people still haven't broken through that programming.
Sorry. I went into the supermarket.
Hope it takes effect soon.
I went into the supermarket yesterday, and the guy says to me, you have to go into contact tracing. And I just said to him, I don't do that. And his mouth just sort of fell open, and I just walked in. And then Bob comes along a little bit later. The guy told him to check in, and he just said, what did you say? I don't do that. Or he just walked past anyway. We don't do that. And they're like, you have to. You have to. What is wrong with you?
There's a command in chat to reinforce removal of all programming across the board ASAP. Times a billion or higher.
Done.
I actually have a command, a personal command as well. My parents, because of what my sister and I do, are getting their signals jammed, their batteries drained. our phone conversations are constantly hacked and all that kind of stuff. So for anybody else suffering from such a thing, for that to be completely nullified.
Done.
Done. Where do you live?
We live in near Ithaca. We live in New York State. Our parents live by Utica, but it's like it's been on. I mean, we've been traced. I mean, since birth. That's fine, but it's just we can't even have a conversation now without sometimes being interrupted like 10 times. Eventually, after the third time or fourth time, you're like, okay, I can't hear you at all, and no matter what I say, there's no signal, even if there's full signal.
Let's clear all the lines.
Done.
I just have several comments that I like to do, and first, I like to eradicate and reinforce the eradicate of all the wrong views, the ignorance, greed, anger, pride, jealousy, fears, doubts, and hatreds for all across the board, times a trillion.
Done.
Second, yes, ego too.
Done.
And second, I like to reinforce the exposure and eradicate all the dark one and all the dark agendas and also all the dark infiltration across the board, times a trillion.
Done.
And third, I like to reinforce, eradicate all the mind controlling programming and reverse all the cabal mind control programming's effect across the board.
Done.
And fourth, and I like to reinforce the increase or this enhance or discover all the people's their connection to the source on the right views and strengthen all the truth and also the conscience and the love, compassion, moral, and the wisdom of discernment times trillion across the board.
Done. Thank you.
You're welcome. You know, since coming into power or my abilities or me, right? I've been witnessing a lot of crazy shit, and a lot of it had to do with the so-called good galactics, or I went like this, but I meant like that, right? Yeah. I witnessed and saw and had to remove those that people think were of the light. And this was even in the Ashtar Command, the federal, whatever the fuck they call themselves, and the cabal, I mean, the galactics, even angelics. Imagine that. I had to like literally see, witness, and remove all of them. All the dark ones. All the dark ones.
Yep.
And that was eye-opening for me, okay? Because we thought that certain groups were just straight of the light, can't be compromised. Hold on, compromised. I'll get it. Let me finish.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Can't be compromised. We're 100% legit. We're authentic. We're telling the truth. Had this, had that, and working with Daddy and my crew, and you know, those of you that are able to see and all this shit, it's like it hurt. It hurt because we thought that there was just one specific species or beings that were against us, and there was one specific species or beings that were for us. And I found out really quickly that there's dark and light in all different races, and that shit hurt. That hurt. Because I felt like, what the fuck? I got suckered myself, right? Because I was always thinking angelics were all of the light and pure and blah, blah, blah. I had to remove some of them and evaporate some of them. I had to do the same thing for the galactics and all beings across the board. And that shit, people don't understand that part of what I do. That shit bothered me because I thought they were all good on, you know, but that's why I always say certain things like, doesn't matter what race or beings you are, you know, there's dark and light in every one of them. Every one of them. The angelics are the highest there is, especially those that work directly with Daddy, for Daddy. But some of them were compromised, and I had to literally remove them. And that shit hurts me, and it hurts Daddy, and it's hurting me more and more as these days unfold, because those that we thought were with us turned around and threw us under the bus. So that's why I always say, like, you know, it doesn't matter what they are, because they will turn on us. And it also doesn't matter what they are, because they will back us. So it literally does not matter what species or what being, what race, you know what I'm saying? What
whoever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. They all can turn back to the light, or they all can be gone. This entire universe is literally becoming nothing but light. Our creator has literally put an end to all of it, and he wanted it to come from planet Earth. Okay, he wanted it to come from here, and that's my purpose. And I didn't fully understand what it was. Okay, I knew I was connected with Daddy, with Source, with a higher being. I used to pray too, and I used to pray to straight Daddy because I didn't think Jesus was what they said, right? And now I fully understand why. And I'm still blown away from this shit. Like, it's been hard for me, guys. This is not easy. It's not easy. Coming out, telling you guys the shit that I'm telling you guys, and then you guys being able to validate it makes my job a whole lot better. It makes it a whole lot easier. You know, I'm on the same boat with everybody else, the family, the ridicule, the attacks. You know, y'all see it. I show everybody everything. I'm transparent. And y'all seen all my sides. If I tell you to go fuck yourself, I mean that. Go fuck yourself. Stay the fuck away from me. Right? But if I tell you I love you and I want to help you, I mean that shit too. And that's all I want, for all you guys to see the truth, and I'm going to relay the truth and tell you the truth as much as I can, and whatever it comes from Daddy. Everything that I do and say is the truth. Sometimes I do forget, and I even have to go back to check it. But majority of the time, I keep it 100. I keep it 100, meaning 100% authentic. So there's no ego, even when they think I got an ego. Ego don't exist around here. Just straight up facts, truth, and people don't like it. That's why they say I got an ego. If I'm telling you the fucking truth, it's not my fault. It's not my fault or problem if you don't get the shit, right? So it's been a roller coaster for me, and I'm excited to see all you guys do what y'all meant to do. That's why I said I want to see what y'all gonna do. I want to see the beautiful things that y'all gonna do, and it don't even matter if you don't have a fucking penny in your bank account right now. don't matter. That shit don't matter to us. Does not at all. So don't. I mean, it's listen. We're moving into a reality where everything will be taken care of, and we're a part of it. So if you want to clap, pat yourself on the back, or give you, all that good stuff. Just happy.
Love you.
All right, I'm done.
Take a toast.
Salud.
We love you, King.
Salud.
Thanks for sharing, Marty. We feel your pain. We know it's true.
Who exactly is Ashtar?
Ashtar is a brunette galactic sitting on the New Jerusalem.
What's New Jerusalem?
It's a spacecraft bigger than Earth.
Wow.
Oh my God. What? I don't get it yet.
Y'all just don't know what.
You don't.
I can't wait to go traveling.
Hey, Smarty, could I ask you a question?
Who's that? Who's that?
That's me, Andy. Hang on, I'll turn my camera on.
No,
Can you tell me who the Majestic 12 are, and if you've had any dealings with them?
I had one of them that were told me a couple of things and then faked his death. But it doesn't even matter at this point, because we're everything that they worked on and know, they're also listening and watching what I'm doing in all, because they were just a group that was gathering intel and wanting to know what was happening with the UFO and the galactic community. They are above the presidents, and like I said, I did have one of them that I was in contact with, and he was blown away when I first came to the pitch, came on to the Real Truth Call, and they're pretty much irrelevant right now, Andy, because the king is here. So
I know that. I'm wondering if they're of the light or if they're completely of the dark. If they were, they wouldn't be here. I know that.
No. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Andy, that they were just military individuals and government officials that were just trying to figure out what the fuck was happening. They're irrelevant right now. Literally, all of them are irrelevant right now. Even the generals and those in charge, they're following my orders. That's the truth. So it don't even matter.
Cool.
They won't publicly admit it, but they are.
Cool beans, man.
You know that. You got that shit right.
Cool beans.
Thanks, Marty. I've always been curious. Thank you.
No, it's all good. You already knew. Now you got more clarity on it all, and that's
I got more clarity. That's it.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
That's a part of all this. Everybody, those that need clarity, want clarity, especially us. Like we're a lot of the light forces, and a lot of us that want to know. We're here because we sift through all the bullshit. Okay, that's why we're all here, including myself.
Thank you, Source.
Thank you,
Smarty,
Daddy.
can I ask a question? For always speaking the truth.
I do my best. You're
the only person that has ever spoken truth to me. Everybody down here lies.
I appreciate that, and like I said, I do my best, and I've grown up in the ghetto, okay, and I sold drugs for a lot of my life, and if I crossed one of my peoples, I could have got killed, okay. If I did some stupid shit, I could have got killed. I could have been doing all types of shit would have happened to me if I didn't keep it real, okay. So I'm just bringing everything that I learned and being real to this. So I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks. I'm gonna keep it real. And I've, Daddy put me in a position where I was in a family where that's all they do and that's all they did. and we kept it real with each other. So I'm just keeping it real with this. That's where it came from. Okay.
I love you.
Filling in all the missing pieces for us.
That's right. And you have to understand my background to fully understand why I keep it real, why I keep it 100, like we say in the hood, and why I don't take no shit. Because if I keep it real, then who the fuck are you to tell me I'm not keeping it real when I am? Right?
That's why Daddy put you where he did.
Exactly. I don't regret none of it.
That's your skill.
Yep. You're learning.
And I did have a lot of free time back then to do what to learn everything that I'm sharing now, with the abilities to back the shit up. Okay.
Amazing.
Yes.
Hey, Marty, can I piggyback off of something you said just now that was very inspiring?
Yeah, go ahead.
You said something that I find amazing, which is why if anybody ever wanted to say anything against you, I would be like, you obviously don't understand what journey means, do you? I believe you said something very key. You're like, I learned that stuff back then because it helped me in the place that I am in right now. So it's like everything that you do in your life and the fact that you don't regret it is incredible, because I look back in my life too and how everything turned out the way that it was played, and those were the directives I had on my life. That was the way my life was supposed to pan out, being an abandoned mom at 19 years old pregnant, being, a single mom for 2.5 years and having to play both sides. I understand that, okay, I had to learn those lessons because they were pivotal in the part I'm playing right now. So, yeah, I have no regrets. So don't sit there and overly apologize. Oh, my goodness, I should have done this differently and I should have done that differently. Whatever happened was meant to happen in your life as it played out. So having regrets is really, literally pointless. There's no point to sit there and have regrets, especially if you were supposed to have and learn a lesson. That was a whole part of your schooling and your training at that point in time.
That's right.
So it's important to look at things like that and not judge or take for granted the journeys that you had in your life. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm making sense. I'm not sure if what I'm saying is resonating clearly with people, but yeah, I just wanted to point that out, and I love the fact that you mentioned that, because everybody looks at things at face value and don't really look in depth beyond that. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's right. Acceptance. Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm over here thinking I'm being fucking bombarded, and it's fucking raining. I was about to start blasting. I'm like, what the
fuck? Mary, I have a question.
Go ahead.
I heard you said something about somebody earlier.
I like beef jerky.
You said something about somebody earlier, and you said that they fake their death, and that's something I've heard a lot lately about. Oh, this person faked their death. Why are these people doing that? Why do they do that?
Well, because they want to get away from they want to get away from the responsibilities that they were in. For instance, a lot of them faked their death because they were mixed up with the cabal. A lot of them faked their death because they didn't want to pay taxes, but they didn't know how to get out of it. There's all different reasons for it. But some of them faked their death because we actually took them because they started doing the right thing, and they chose to continue to do the right thing after the fact. Like, for instance, Michael Jackson, certain people like that, people love him, okay? When we bring him back, he will help usher in the new reality literally overnight. So they have agreed to certain things. So that's why they fake their death. And you're, for instance, since you brought that up, I was talking about Dolores Cannon. She supposedly died of cancer. Well, all the stuff you were teaching, you couldn't get rid of your cancer, for real.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Good
I mean,
point.
you know,
Yeah.
it all like some people were just full of shit, and some people were you know, had to be shut down. It all depends, but all of it will come out. I do know that people are faking their death just to get out of certain situations. I can't pinpoint all of their situations, but I do know some of them because I asked Daddy personally, and he, you know, not personally, but well, yeah, personally, but and then he answered me. So that's why. But
do you think so? Are they all still on this planet, or are they in hiding here, or are they off planet?
Yeah, I got you. The ones that we took are off planet and on our ships. Other ones are just in hiding in really low key locations. And since they started doing offshore accounts and stuff like that, they're protected, and other people are protecting them too. We had an individual contact us and said he was a part of the White Hats and he wanted to do certain things with some bonds and shit, and we're like, what? No.
Sound right.
Straight up lied. Go ahead, Frank.
This is from my wife. My role.
I can't hear you, Frank.
Can you hear me?
No.
No.
Good night, everyone.
Oh, this is from my Marilyn Monroe, still alive.
Good
night.
It's
no.
What happened?
No.
Just broke up again.
She's not.
No, that lady that they're saying is her is not her.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
No doubt.
Smarty, I have a question. You know, I've been doing a lot of healing, and then lately Daddy has made me go past buildings, and he keeps telling me bad things happen there, clear it. And one of them is a really old church, probably one of the oldest churches in my town, maybe 100 years old. And I've hit it a couple of times, and I don't know if I've completely cleared it or not.
Yeah, you did. We're just going to reinforce it. Done.
Thank you.
Done. It's on a one way, and it's on the right hand side. So yeah,
yes.
Done.
Yes,
Go
thank
ahead.
you.
All right, what's next?
And Smarty, I have a question. Quick. I was listening to the Real Truth call, the old ones back in 2018, and you mentioned there that GESARA was created by the Cabal, and it's a bad thing, and NESARA is the good one. So is that still true?
No, we fixed that.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, because NESARA stands for national national economics recovery and
security.
National Economic Security and Reformation Act.
Right. That. So then what they did was they created the GESARA. But if those of you that know, you know that NESARA covers global. Okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hey.
So in Canada, we will be on NESARA and all other countries, not US. Okay.
Right.
Is Nikola Tesla around?
He is, but he's not in the original body.
Okay.
Is he from Venus, like his file says?
I got a yes to that.
All right.
Whoa.
That's
is he going to come back to
file,
Earth?
I think. That's cool.
Yeah. So is Valiant Thor's from Venus too.
Who?
Valiant
Not.
Thor.
Valiant Thor. Wow.
Thor?
The alien who was in the White House.
Yeah.
Oh.
Him and I had to fucking save him and Heather Tucci from the Cabal.
Thank you.
I had to save everything.
That's all you do.
I know.
Sacred.
That's why they call you the same.
I have a request.
Yeah.
We love you.
But when's the Smarty memoirs coming out with all the experiences you've had? Wouldn't that be an amazing novel?
Yeah.
It's too long. It'll be too heavy.
We need that.
No one should write a book.
A couple people already love write books.
Yeah, a movie.
They're gonna be #1 sellers, no matter whose book it is.
That's a fact. We have a seminar at the Palace.
Right. Especially it's all being true. And if you write the book now, like 10, 20 years from now, it's all going to be true. And then they're going to, you got something to reference back. And then it's like, you're going to have a sell again, right? But we won't need money, but just in case, people still need jobs. So we'll see what happens.
That would be the most fascinating book ever.
Yes. That would be a good book.
Request. We have in Ithaca, there's the homeless and apparently the drug addicts live in a place that even the police avoid. I think it's called the jungle or something like that. There's probably other cities that have places like that. Can we clear them all out?
Yeah, let's do it worldwide. Done. Yeah. We're gonna have books on everybody, all of you guys. The Bible is nothing but dictionaries. I mean, not dictionary. The Bible is nothing but people's diaries. So
Yeah.
That's true.
People's first-hand witnessing, and if you make your own book saying you was with Smarty, blah blah blah, that shit gonna sell too. You can see people making up. You can see people making up books, and that shit ain't gonna sell because there's no truth to it.
That's I'll go off of that. Can we make it so people stop buying things that are obviously not true, and if they're taught something that's not true, they're going to pick up on it?
Yes, done.
Oh yes,
Done.
Smarty, I have a question about healing. There was this one request, and that I didn't know that the lady posted on 2 groups, and so I changed. I replaced the brain, and then so when I look at the other group, someone did the same thing. Are we doing more harm by doubling the action of like replacing brains or organs?
You're muted, Smarty.
My bad. No, that just means the shit is getting done. Yeah.
Thank you. I got worried. I might have replaced the brain. It was already replaced, and I replaced it again.
No.
We can't mess it up.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can't mess it up. All you're doing is super good, no matter what. No matter what. Awesome. And it just reinforces it done. That's it. It just reinforces it being done. So you guys can't mess nothing up. Especially we're working with Daddy. Like we can't mess it up.
Thank you.
That's like love. It's just more.
For telling us that.
That's right. That's why I think I'm fucking something up. Like especially when I go into areas or planets or depending on what it is, I'm just going in there and just be like blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And whatever is meant to remain, he will like literally instantly rebuild it. So I literally can't mess nothing up. That's why I told you guys we can't fuck it up. We're on source directives. We cannot fuck this up.
Good energy.
Yeah. That's like the time you told us you did something and then Daddy just put it back.
Yeah.
When you blew the fairies up.
That too. As a matter of fact, Ashtar was one of the ones that I went boom because he came into my basement disguised as an angel.
Oh yeah.
So boom, and all he remembers is being replaced.
Respawn.
Exactly, respawn. And then I said, you should have not did that shit. Who the fuck you think you are?
You're trying to be sneaky and get snatched up.
Yeah. Right. He disguised himself as Michael at that.
Whoa.
Michael wasn't too happy, but it is what it is.
Right.
Smarty, how long will currency still be working after the RV?
It all depends. We'll try to get rid of it as fast as possible. Because
they're doing those staged releases. You know, if you have a lot, they're going to do like 10, 15, 20, 30 year releases of it, and it might not work after that.
No. That's a cabal. Don't worry about that. It's going to be permitted for most of us that are here. That's not even an issue, because we won't be operating on that level no more. We will just give orders and expect it to be done. The money is not going to be an issue. We're going to give orders and the money will appear for whatever it needs to be done. But for the people that are on lower levels that work every day, it's only going to be for, maybe I would say another 10, 20 years, depending on how fast we work. So it's literally up to us. So if you don't want to see people working 9 to 5s or worried about a income or currency system, we got to get to work so that people don't have to pay for certain things. So at the end of the day, it's up to us. There's literally no time set in stone.
So if you're redeeming Zim and they say you're not getting it all at once, they're going to pay it out in sections or whatever it is.
If you're redeeming Zim, and you're not supposed to be on this call if you're redeeming Zim. No, I'm joking. But I wouldn't worry about that. That's okay. Don't even worry about it. If you're here right now and you're authentic, you don't have to worry about none of that shit. I mean it.
Okay. Yeah.
Leave that to everybody.
Thank you.
Leave that to everybody that thinks they actually have to follow their rules.
Okay. I see. Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Smarty, I'm curious, at what stage are we allowed to or able to instantly manifest like large buildings? Is that only once we have our new bodies? Like, I know we can instantly manifest certain things now, but how long will traditional building still be required?
That's something you would have to get a lot of training in and a lot of approval in, because Daddy's not just going to let you run around creating buildings.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't see people doing that. Not now, anyway. Not anytime soon, because that takes a lot of training. You have to put a lot of things in, and it's who knows? I might be wrong, but I'm rarely wrong. So that will take a lot of skill set and a lot of time. Only to be able to do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us could just imagine the building, but if he lets us do it, then we're all for it. We just rebuild fucking cities overnight, which is what's going to happen anyway. But for you to be able to do it yourself, that's going to take a lot of skills to do that shit. I mean, I'm going into training. I'm going into training, in the next couple of days or so, right? And my focus ain't on building a fucking building. My focus is on making sure shit gets done as far as the healing and but I'll find out more for about that. But I don't think we're going to be able to have those abilities overnight. We may, we'll have to practice and go through training just to be able to do that type of stuff. Because you're talking about, big buildings. We'll see what happens. That's a good question. I want to know too.
It's just that I recognize that there's pros and cons. Yes, it would be lovely to have things quickly, but part of more mainstream people are talking about the RV exchange process is job creation. So the things that I would like to construct, there's a lot of jobs that it'll employ a lot of people. So I see the advantages in that. But there's other things. Yeah, it would be lovely if we could do it instantly. So
okay, wait a minute. Because I'm getting two different things now. You're talking about building a building, or you're talking about manifesting one with your mind. What are you talking about?
I would like to manifest things instantly, just telepathically, just envisioning it. But as part of cleaning up the planet and people getting out of the jobs that they currently don't like, the type of structures that I would like to construct, it'll employ a lot of people, and people who would enjoy that type of work.
You're talking about two different things. Yes. So here's what you do.
Yeah.
You put together the building in your mind's eye, and then you have people go build it. As far as instantly manifesting, I don't see that happening anytime soon. So your best bet is to hire people to get it done.
King, is that how
I've already found them, and I just didn't want to not use their services in future as much as I would love the projects to be done faster. So I've already lined up a lot of the people to do it, and I just didn't want to disappoint them, even though I would love things sooner.
No, well, you're actually creating jobs just by having it built too. So in a sense, you are manifesting it, but not you're talking about building, right? But you're manifesting it, but literally taking actions to do it as far as hiring people and stuff like that. So
like my mind's in going down both paths, going, okay, we can either do it this way or we can do it this way, or I was just trying to figure out which track I'll actually be doing it on.
Yeah, that's a good question, because that had me stumped for a minute, like, wait, what? But I totally
mind. You did good.
I got it. But I totally understand. Like, I literally would want to manifest a building like that. But when I look at it, that takes skill, time, and everything that I learned from Daddy. You're going to have to go into some type of training to fully understand what you're doing, how you're doing it, where you're doing it. All that is a factor. So he told me too, the reason why I'm going into training is to fully understand what I'm doing, because right now I'm just tagging the bag and lighting shit up and just annihilating everything. But he does want me to understand what and how, what's actually taking place. And as far as the instant manifestation, where we get to heal people, my main focus is literally just to heal people and have a wealth transfer. Because with people being healed and the wealth transfer, we'll be able to pay for buildings to be brought. Or a lot of the equipments that are on the ships can literally make buildings. So maybe you'll be able to instantly manifest a building by taking over one of the ships, and then we'll see what happens. I'm excited for.
There's also going to be a lot of empty buildings, because there's going to be a lot of companies that aren't working anymore. Bad companies. There's going to be a lot of free space that we could use for projects.
All the hospitals. Yeah.
Most of the buildings at this point.
That's right.
I hope they go to homeless.
Yep. There's so many things that we're going to be able to do. So whatever Daddy lets us do, I'm all for it. If he lets you instantly manifest a building, then I need to learn how the fuck you did it. Okay?
Yeah.
Because I want to do it too. But
I have a question. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. You're fine. Go ahead.
Yes. No, about government. Is there going to be politicians and things like we're used to with senators and Congress and everything?
No.
Not if we have anything to do with it.
10% smaller.
Well, I know that, but if Smarty is going to kind of reveal himself and be the king, is that going to annihilate all of the other government things that we're used to?
Yes.
Nasara does that too, at least in part.
Yeah, Nasara.
So what form of government will we have?
Daddy actually
Self-government,
wants,
source government.
Yeah, Daddy actually wants Nasara to take place because it's only going to be in place for a short period of time because it's going to shock the people, shock the economy, and then a couple of years down the line, we're going to fucking shock them again. That being said, I'm going to shock them once I come out of my training. So they have no choice but to do things our way anyway. Period.
Okay, so there won't be a president, that kind of thing, that everybody is like, vote for this person and going to start a new, Congress or Senate.
If you were able to remote view, and if you were able to talk to different civilizations across the universe, you would quickly understand that there are many kings on different planets.
Okay.
And like I was saying yesterday, a king is a servant to his people, period.
Right.
So no.
Okay, so everything is changing.
Yep.
Yes.
For the best.
It's fantastic.
Can I just continue working with you and doing some other stuff on the side?
We're going to do all types of shit. So just hang in there. Don't go nowhere. I'm always here on Telegram and YouTube. I mean Zoom. Just stick around.
I'm here, bro.
I ain't going nowhere.
You already know, Frank, you're going to be the first one I invite home.
You just want to free.
Bring the stakes. Yeah.
I wonder about the building and the ships. I could just see the laser coming down from the ships like a 3D
printer. Yes, exactly.
I was just thinking that.
Wow.
That's
crazy.
That's literally what it is, which is why I was telling her that you may be able to take over one of the ships and do it, but we already have the technology to do that. So maybe she'll be able to manifest a building just not on Earth.
Oh yeah.
Because we're going to take care of the Earth. We're going to do it fast. And you all know from what I say, we're not stopping here. So if you really want, if Melissa, if you really want to manifest buildings, then get your skills up and we'll manifest buildings. Matter of fact, we'll manifest those buildings on the other districts.
There you go.
That'd be fun.
When we all
we'll
become
see what
young,
happens.
anything elderly.
Right. Anything is possible. So we'll see what happens. I'm just letting you guys know that we don't know certain things. I don't know certain things, but I do know with the skills that you guys want, there's a lot of training to involved in it. I had to do the training that I had to do to get to where I'm at right now. And I'm loving every minute of it. So I'm excited for training. We get to learn more, do more. And since we're working directly with our creator, we can't go wrong. So I'm excited.
Right. Do we get training too? All the elderly people's homes and that, will we be able to just whip them all up so it's easier to do things when there's just land?
Yes, what we'll do is we'll just we'll see, we'll get like, I mean, there's so many things we could do, but we can find areas close nearby and build there and then just move them over. There, you know how some groups talk about taking everybody off of Earth and then redoing it? Fuck out of here. That's all bullshit.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
I mean, they're going to be young again, so they will want their own homes. They won't want to be in a little cubicle or a little thing.
Yes,
exactly. Well, they'll
have money to buy.
Yeah, but you'll be surprised because some of us actually have apartment complexes where we're going and visiting and stuff like that. I know I have a couple because of my family going to be living in them too. So it all depends. It all depends. Some people are comfortable in a little small corner of a building. Okay.
Yeah.
She said,
yep. Daddy has a plan. Yeah.
I want to cancel.
How long till? Sorry.
I know I love my house. Daddy let me get in 6 years ago. It was built in 1930. It has 10-foot ceilings.
Wow.
I'm home.
There you go.
Sweet.
See, Kenneth
91-year-old house. Strong
he
bones.
might just want to just update it and rebuild it or whatnot. Or, it all depends.
Right.
Or he's just comfortable how it is. It totally all depends. It don't like some people are comfortable in a fucking teepee. Okay, look at the Indians.
Right.
They were comfortable.
Very good point.
You know what I mean?
I'm not an Indian.
It's not where you live, it's what you make
of it. I'm putting a teepee across the street on my three lots across the street from my house that we have a go-kart track on. I plan on putting a teepee over there just so I can meditate in it.
Right.
That's awesome. That sounds amazing.
I'm gonna build the teepee and get high shit in it.
Yeah, right. That's the peace pipe.
Hey, Smarty, I have a huge question.
Smoke coming out of it.
Exactly.
As long as the entrance faces the east.
Oh man.
Then it
Can I ask you a healing question?
Of course, go ahead.
So I've always wanted to be a teacher, and I'm from a family of teachers, but I stopped pursuing a degree because I didn't want to teach bullshit, basically lies.
Right.
But I really, really want to teach. Is that considered part of healing, teaching? And if so, is that like considered healing the mind?
I would say yes, because you want to teach the truth. And
yes, exactly.
Yeah. Right, and being that you are teaching the truth and exposing the people to the truth, it is a form of healing because they've been programmed to think otherwise.
Yes.
So I
Do you think that'll be important going forward for healing,
of course.
To educate people in that way? Okay.
Of course. Not only that, since you love to do that, right? You can get hooked up to the crew members that are already on board, the crafts, and teach and show people the truth about it all. Now, here's the thing.
That would be so great.
That is fucking great. Now, here's the shit. Here's the thing, right? Mm-hmm. Keep telling y'all, the universe is old, and we've been lied to so much that when everything is opened up and we get to have what some people say first contact, we are literally going to have my crew. When I say my crew, I'm talking about the ones on the other side of the portals. Okay? We're going to have them come in and re-educate all of you guys, and you guys here are going to be the first ones to meet and greet all of them.
Yeah.
Yay. Don't worry about when or how, because trust me, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Good.
All these guys are here from all walks of life for a reason. And if you think you're not here for a reason, and if you think you're wasting your time tagging and bagging, and if you think this is bullshit, close your Zoom and go to fuck to bed. Okay? Because it's 12 o'clock.
No.
Can I add something about the teaching?
Yeah, go ahead.
I understand. I remember when I was in teachers college, and the last course I took was ethics. And I was like, holy shit, what am I getting into? But you know what? I still didn't quit. And all I want to say is no matter what jobs we're all doing, we bring the best version of ourselves in it. We impact people in such a beautiful way. So even though there's things about my job, the politics I bloody hate, I still ensure that the best part of me comes out and I touch as many hearts as possible. Very quickly today, in virtual teaching, I started talking to a mom, and I encouraged all the moms, and I said, listen, I need you and all the moms here and all the families here. I need you guys to connect with one another. And I said to them, I go, you guys are building communities because you guys are going to be friends for at least 10 years. Build relationships, trust one another, love one another, and raise your children together. I'm just the beginning of it. So that's my little way of building a better future for everybody, because I look back at children that I've taught years ago, and I see those parents of children that I've taught, they're hanging out, they formed friendships, they formed love, and that's making our world a better place. It's not about the ABCs, it's the building of community and love, right?
That's right.
Inclusive.
Yes.
Right.
So no matter where you are, you guys are all doing amazing. My job is teaching, and I love it. And I thank all the people in my life that nudged me along the way, because I wanted to be a pharmacist. Thank God I'm not doing that.
Be out of work.
You dodged that one.
Everything
I was working in a pharmacy, and this lady came to me twice, and she's like, "You're going to be a great teacher." And I'm like, I'm being. And I was like, this lady out of nowhere. And now I look back, I was like, who was this woman? Who out of nowhere said, you're going to be a great teacher. And I was like, no, I thought at the time, my naive version. But you guys are all doing amazing, and know that you're doing amazing work, just doing what you're doing.
That's right.
Thanks for setting up that connection for those children. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Good job.
Amazing. You're doing a wonderful job too.
Thank you. But it's go ahead.
What you guys, my bad, but you guys, what a lot of people don't understand, and you guys better understand more than anybody. But a lot of people don't understand how our children are already connected, and they're connected telepathically across the fucking globe right now. And I'm talking about right now. Okay? And if you think this is bullshit, you can ask some of the Jedi's children's certain questions, and they will give you the answers if you take the time to listen to them. Okay?
Wow.
And the reason why is because they're connected to a higher source, which is Daddy, and then us, which is me and my children. And Genesis is one of them. I'm going to get to retire one day, and Genesis will take over. All of the children will literally be working with her to make sure everything else is done for the rest of eternity. I just had a text the other day. I said it yesterday, but we weren't recording, so I'm going to say it again. One of the Jedi's children were told in the dream state that the chambers were here and that they were going to be released. Okay? The mother said, "Who told you that?" The little kid said, "My
Jacob.
boss." Yeah, Jacob said, "My boss." Who was his boss? Genesis, my daughter.
Wow.
So there's already a chain of command in place that majority of the people have no fucking clue of. And this is very real.
They're already working.
Exactly. They are already working. Those things that you see in the sky that everybody thinks they're ships, they're not ships.
Our kids.
That's right.
I'm going to go check on my children right now.
That's wild stuff. That is wild stuff. And the younger the child is, the more they know. Because back when the Real Truth Call days, we've done so much work that we've made sure that our children come into this earth, this reality, with all of their abilities, all of their consciousness, connected straight to Daddy, and that's what the fuck is happening. Excuse my French, by the way, but that's what's happening. Okay, that's literally what is taking place, and Daddy even told me, we reinforced it, and I'm seeing things today that he told me 5, 6, 7 years ago. I'm seeing it today, and I'm blown away. Okay, I'm blown away. Sometimes I just look at shit and I just start crying because he told me And I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and I'm seeing it. And I'm like, wow, we did that. We did that. We did that. Okay, all of us did that. All of us did that. He told me what to do. I did it. Now look at us. We're growing. We're growing at a rapid pace. We're all producing. We're all making miracles and wonders happen nonstop. This is real.
Being an experiment.
This is real. Yeah, you're right. Right.
For us being an experiment.
Yeah. So, yeah, we became the masters.
It's kind of like when you have a baby and you go, oh my God, we did this. You know, I mean, it is from daddy, but it's like you just sort of, all your hopes are there that it happens. And then when you get the child, it's like, oh my God. And then if it's your first, you go, oh, what the hell do we do now?
Right.
That's a great analogy. Yes.
Right. Speaking about on the experiment part, Daddy knew the whole time that it wasn't going to be an experiment. It was going to be real. They thought it was.
Yeah.
That's their mindset. We're going to experiment on this shit, right? And now look.
What were we experimenting on?
Gotcha.
Yeah,
we got them.
Experimenting on the humans.
Yeah.
On us, on feeding on us, on making us create their reality, on doing this, on doing that, on wars and blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Let's see if they can rise to the occasion. Let's see if they can actually love each other. Let's see if they can actually do this.
Right.
It took a very, very long time to do it, but we did it.
Many lifetimes.
Yep. Thank you, Source.
Thank you, Daddy.
Thank you, Daddy.
Thank you,
Daddy.
Thank you, Daddy.
Yes.
Thank you, Daddy.
Thank you, Daddy. Mm-hmm. And thank you, Smarty.
You're welcome.
Hey, Smarty.
What's up, brother?
It's like the vision, or I used to thought it was a dream since I was a little kid. I turned 65 this year. The vision is I'm in a field kind of sitting up on a little mound, and there's hundreds, up to 500 little Padawans around me just playing and learning, creating, and I'm like the teacher or the overseer. I've had this all my life.
You think you're cute with your white robe on, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he still got the thingy too.
and that's just how much of an old wrinkled Jedi that I am. I've had this vision my whole life.
That's right. I see you. Yeah. Now that's another thing.
You said to be bold.
That's right. Now how am I, like, if he was telling a lie, I would have not been able to see everything he just said.
Right.
And being that he is telling the truth, it's visible. You can see it. Okay. How did I know what he was wearing and how he looked? And I saw it looked like a wheat field with the little wheats and shit, and it was like everywhere. How did I know if I can't tap into what people are telling me? Huh?
You couldn't.
Right.
If it doesn't remove all doubt, well, I guess you're on the wrong channel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Turn this shit off and go to bed.
No.
You can't make this up. And I like I said yesterday, I wouldn't know where to start because I'm too busy trying to pay bills.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right. So amazing.
Yeah, I gotta make sure my kids are okay and make sure everything's squared away.
Love you, Smarty.
They're not here, but I gotta call and make sure everything's good. So I'm gonna take care of that, and also I'm gonna take care of the rest of these dark motherfuckers who think they're gonna stop me.
Thank you.
This is great, Smarty. Thank you.
Love all you guys. Have a good night.
Love you.
Yeah, thank you, Smarty.
Love everybody. Love you, Smarty. Thank you.
Everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.